What's up, team? This is Yates with Real Life Trading. What you're about to watch is about a 3.5 hour video of back trading and working out. What we did is we worked out for 5 minutes and then we back traded for 30 minutes. We worked out for 5 minutes, back traded for 30 minutes, and so on and so on and so forth. The workout that we did was a set of push ups for a minute, then we did jump squats for a minute, then we did mountain climbers for a minute, and then we did Superman for a minute, and then we did planks for a minute. We did all of those for our max either time or sets for 1 minute in that 5 minute period. Then we did some back trading just for kind of fun, switching up the back trading a little bit. We thought that'd be a fun thing to do this Memorial Day. Again, this is our Memorial Day workout and back trading, so I do want to give a big thanks to all those heroes who have lost their lives for our country and who made the ultimate sacrifice so that we could be free and that we could be trading here for a living. I also want to say thanks to Tony and Dan for helping me out when I was super out of breath after all my workouts and filling some of those time spots and back trading for us. So dive into this. If you do get value out of this, please feel free to donate at the Real Life Foundation. If you are able to, we would greatly appreciate that. Those all go to wonderful causes, depending on what time of year, when you're watching this, could be a different one. As of the exact moment, we're giving to Lymphoma and Leukemia Foundation that Jeremy Newsom, our awesome CEO, was nominated the Man of the Year for. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's dive in. Work hard on this. You're about to make some brain gains and some muscle gains. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. See you later. Perfect. So let's do this. First thing we're going to do is a strategy I actually created in December called the 13-13-130 strategy. What we do in this strategy is, let me do it down here, is we use a 130-minute chart. Why a 130-minute chart? Because that gives you 3 even candles, modification of Matt's 78-minute chart. This just gives you 3 candles per day. So lots of times you get 1 big candle and then you get 2 inside candles with this pattern. So I think it's interesting. I like it. So I've been using it for 4 or 5 months now at this point. Somebody throw out a ticker for me. Anybody in the chat, give me a stock. Etsy, perfect, love it. That's a good one. Etsy, all right. We already know our time frame. We know what we're doing. I do have a short on Etsy at the moment, but we don't really care about that. I'm not sure how far back the 130-minute chart goes, but we'll find out. I'm just going to scroll way over here, see if it gives us the data. So we're back in 2018. We'll see. I don't know. Yeah, perfect. All right. So let's go down here. So I'll go through the rules of this system real quick. As you can see, I do have Momo on. So the way it works is we're basically using Momo as a way to allow us to be into a trade and out of a trade. We also have RSI on. I switched RSI to the 13, as you can see down here. That doesn't matter, 13 or 14. 13 will be a little bit quicker. So I just wanted it to be 13, and we have 130 minutes. And the other 13 is actually, there's 13 stocks that I trade this on. So that's just, I wanted it for cool naming reasons, really nothing else. The interesting thing about this, how we're using RSI and Momo together. So if it's bullish, green, we go bullish. If it's red, we go bearish. But if it is red and it gets down into below 30 RSI, as it does right here and right here with this hammer, those are spots where we can take bullish trades within a bearish trend. So that's really the only extra thing in this setup. So all right, let's do this. Let's start back trading this plan. I'm just gonna start the 30 minutes right now. So hold on. I'll do it on my phone. We'll have the 2 separate ones. Started. All right, perfect. So we are right now in a bullish trend. So we're only looking for bullish swing trades right now. And we do have stops in this plan. We have stops, we have entries, all that. So we don't have to enter on Momo. Right now we can see that this is creating a little bit of a double bottom. We're at an all-time high. So I wouldn't call that a double bottom. We're just consolidating sideways. So we'll have to see what we get in a couple candles, but we either want this to kind of break down, we can take a bearish again, or break out, we can take a retest up here somewhere. So let's give it a few candles, see how we shape up. Remember, each one of these candles consists of 130 minutes. And as you can see on this chart, oftentimes, so this is exactly what I was talking about. So here's our one big candle for the beginning of the day, then we have two inside candles, one big candle, two inside candles. So taking the breakout of this big candle, sometimes you'll be able to get in right above it, and then we get a move up higher is a lot of what I look for. So let's see if this will break out of this little consolidation move right there. So let's see if we can get a retest of that move. Our bullish Momo also just switched over. So let's set this thing up. And with this strategy, I try to keep a little bit tighter stops because I don't want to be in it super long. So I want to know where I'm wrong fairly early. So sometimes on a different swing trade plan, I might set my stop up way down here. So you're pretty much under all this consolidation. But in this strategy, I want to have a better risk to reward. So let's put our stop kind of right up here. And let's see if we can get filled on that. Let me move this to right there. Perfect. So no fill on that one. So this oftentimes, since you're trading a strategy is already made up, but you've modified it, you'll in your head go, oh, we should have just taken Momo like it said to, because if this just runs, you would have been in at 29.07. But that's how all strategies go. You just kind of have to play it. I kind of expected this one to do that. We'll still keep this open for a little bit. We have 4 big bullish candles. Look at the volume coming out on this one with this actual breakout of an all-time high. I think we could retest this level a little bit. We can change our entry here in a little bit when we get a retest. So let me just get a few candles here. Also, we're in Etsy in 2018, so I do not know what this does. I probably was trading Etsy back then. Let's see if we can get this high right now. See if we can come back to the all-time high right at 29.15, where we would have been before. And let's put our stop right below this big bullish candle. That's what we'll do right now. So also, if anyone has any questions or anything, wants to see something, explain something, you can unmute yourself real quick, or you can also do Zoom in and talk. I do not on this. I use 130 minute for this for everything on here. So it's just I use a daily chart as well. So I'll have I don't want to do it because it'll show me the info, but I'll pull up the daily on top and I'll pull this on the bottom. And so 130 is kind of my smaller time frame essentially. So I'm using the daily to look at it and to make sure that we're all looking good. But I'm mostly using the 130 minute for everything because I don't want to bias myself a little bit. So let's move that up a little bit and build. All right, so we are filled on this trade right now. We're filled with a nice retest of this. It's going to be a pretty aggressive trade because our stop isn't. We don't have a ton of resistance in it. Technically, I've gone over this a bunch of times recently when I've been on the mic in different scenarios, but I like to have my stop where I'm going to be wrong. So we're not necessarily wrong at this point. We're just we could easily consolidate down into here, and we're still making a higher low on this trend line and get stopped out. So this is a more aggressive swing trading plan. And so because of that, you can get wicked out easier. But that's looking decent. We can see if we can break out, get an S curve, and we can move our stop pretty soon. Looks good. We do have some lower volume on that, so that is excellent. Let's, I think, actually, I was going to pull up my trade plan. I think it's 3 days that I have it, but my other computer is restarting at the moment that I use the swing trade plans on. So we'll go with 3 days. I think that's actually a little longer, so I just wanted the 3 in there. It's a weird number thing for me, just a weird guy. But soon, if we can, we'll move our stop up to right around in here, so under that wick, because if it does break down there, it probably will move closer to our stop than we want it. So let's see if we can break above this area. and we'll be looking good. There it is, so perfect. That's where I'd want to move my stop, whether my plan allows me to or not. Let's just move it up right here. So that is, we got triggered in on the 13th. So that's close to 3 days. This would be the third day, so we can move at the end of that day. So we can move it right there. So our new stop is in place right there. Volumes are looking good. We really do just need to close above this big candle where we gapped up and just faded down into an all-time high retest. I mean, that's perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for. So looks awesome. Let's see how we can do if we can close above that. Nice little hammer candle there, and little making higher highs still. Okay, so we did gap down on this day into a high wave candle. I don't want to move my stop yet, but we do have targets on this of 2R, but you could take partials before. So seeing as we did just gap down, I think if we get up to this level, we're going to want to take our first target right there. The reasoning we're doing that is just that that's going to be a new all-time high. Taking profits into all new all-time highs is never a bad idea to do. So let me pull up here and see what our target would actually be. So there's our 2R target for everything. So we're out of all if we can get a break above, and that'd be a great trade if we can get that to happen. But we did just make a lower high. We could easily consolidate chop, get trailed out, get stopped out. We'll kind of see how it goes. Should happen fairly quickly here. That's a good looking candle, a little bit higher upper wick than I wanted. You do get tons of inside candles with this plan, so that's something to think about. Where you do tend to just get inside candle after inside candle, then you get this big wick. So kind of just an interesting thing to see and not take too much. Oh, I was hoping that one would finish bullish, because that would have been exactly what we're looking for to finish up there. So we break above that. I think we're going to have a nice trade in our hands. Let's move this up just a little bit, since that was pretty close to breaking that high, and see if we can get some candles. At this point, I do want my stop pretty much break even. I wouldn't put it above, just because this bullish candle doesn't, I don't want it like 2 pennies above. So let's go right there, see what we can get. Inside candle-ish. Don't break down on me. All right, so another thing. So let's see if we do. Okay, so that one got us out of it. If this hadn't have stopped us out for like negative 0.1R or something. So on my chart, let's go negative 0.01R on this trade. If this hadn't have, I wouldn't have had to get out with this extra long following this plan, but I would have had to move my stop above break even, is kind of what I do. And also, if it goes above 70 on the RSI, so if we had popped above here and hadn't hit a target, I also need to move my stop above break even. So those are kind of the 2 rules to follow with the bearish trend following. Once it flips on you, then you just have to watch and be a little bit just tighter with your stops, get them up, move them up, because a lot of times you'll see basically this exact thing happen. Look at that excellent support that just came in right here. That's a perfect entry realistically if you were trying to get back in this thing, is basically where we got stopped out. We have some great resistance right here, great resistance, and now that resistance is turning into a support for this new trade, especially if we bounce here. So if we bounce here, we can get back in. So let me delete this. We're basically just break even right now on the day with that. Had a nice setup. Almost got out with some with this little wick here, just not quite. So looks good. Let's see what else we can get. Welcome everyone who's showing up to this. So glad to see all you guys today. All right, perfect. So let's see what we can get. As of right now, we can only go bearish because our RSI is still above 30. So we can't do a bullish trade, but we will get down there now. So actually, when this was low, we almost hit 30. So that would have been very close to us being able to take this hammer trade. However, I'd want to see a little bit of a lower move before I did something like that. So let's see. We could could set up a bearish trade. So one of the things I've been talking about a lot with all the groups I've been working with is seeing both sides of the trade, meaning that we just took this bullish. We kind of have a bullish bias because we are looking at this trend. Obviously, it's going up, right? So following the trend is going to be the easiest thing to do with this. So we want to follow that trend. However, if we zoom into this and we just have this much data and we have a double top forming, we have a lower high, we have a nice hammer right here. If we break that hammer down, we could get a little bit of a lower move. So it's always interesting to see if we break above that hammer, we could move higher into highs, and we basically are just channeling right here. So we're getting kind of this channel. That could be also pretty nice. But if we do break down this, we could get a move like that before moving higher. So it's good to try to see both sides of this trade. Whenever you're entering, that'll help you also put your stops in different places. So let's actually just set this up, see if we can get a breakdown on this. Would you play the break of that bull candle ever? This little one right here, John? Is that one you're talking about? I probably wouldn't. We did get an increase on volume on that. I would probably just be a little more patient and have it above here. You certainly could. I usually don't play the break of the inside on this particular plan with day trading. I know that works a little bit better, and we can go over that. But yeah, we did get an increase in volume on that one. I couldn't technically right here because are you saying bearish actually? Were you saying like take it basically like this with your stop limit right here? Let's see. Yeah, bear. Yeah. That would be, yeah, so that would be better. Taking it bullish, I wouldn't, but taking it bearish below that, I actually don't mind that. That's let's set that up. So I was going to set it below the hammer of that wick, but we're getting it earlier. Obviously, want to sell high and buy low. So let's set this thing up. We do try to be aggressive with this plan, just because it is a smaller time frame. We're kind of zoomed in a little bit. So this is going to be a nice little aggressive swing trade. What we're basically hoping for is this thing to break down, pull one of these. And honestly, I don't always have 2R. In my plan, it doesn't say I have to take all at 2R or have to take a 2R target. So I can use resistances and supports as well. So realistically, I think I would take my target right here, because that's, again, the reason I'm doing is that's because basically where I'd want to get in bullish. And so I look to see my targets as places where I would want to switch on the trade. On bullish swing trades, that's a little harder because you get above into all-time highs. You don't really want to start calling tops. But we do see that we have kind of all this resistance in this entire area, all this support. So sometime in this area, we're gonna want to look to possibly take a bullish trade. So that's the reason that I'm taking that at that target right there. So let's see if this thing works out. Let's give it a couple candles. Didn't get triggered in. Perfect. So that's what we're looking for, and we're gonna just have to wait a second. But if we do break down again, that could basically just be a retest. We could still take a bearish trade on this. So we can still watch. That's another thing that Momo kind of helps you do, is it helps you see the bearish side of things a little bit, because I know a lot of us are just kind of tuned to be bullish swing traders because the market goes up. So it's just a little bit easier to get into that mindset. So most of us in real life trading trade a little bit to a bullish bias, but this kind of helps you see both of those sides. So let's leave this here, see what happens in a couple candles. That was our first candle of the day. Let's see if we actually move higher or if we get inside candles on that. So nice little hammer at the top, which is good. This is what we want to see for a bullish move. Same thing right there. So if we had a Momo switch, I would like to take it right above here. That's kind of an entry I'm looking for. See those two nice little candles. We didn't move down the rest of the day, so we stayed up towards the top of that candle. I like the look of that, but we can't take that. So I would be taking something kind of like this to new all-time highs. Our Momo hasn't switched, so let's see what we get. Momo still hasn't switched one day later, so that's 3 candles. We did get a hammer. We would be triggered in of this trade. Let's see if Momo kept us out of a losing trade here. We do have earnings coming in just a few days. It's the 8th, about 8 days on this one too. So we would have to be quick on any trade that we take for this. So let's see a couple more candles on this. Looks good. Momo's going to probably switch in this day if we keep moving up a little bit. There we go. There's Momo switching long on us. So we could take an entry, essentially where our entry is. We could take that setup. And because we have 8 days, lots of times stocks will run up a little bit into earnings. Our RSI is not too high. Our RSI is at 57. So if our RSI was up at above 60, which it's close, but if it's up 60 or above, I would probably wait and try to buy a pullback, which we are anyway. Our RSI will get lower if we get triggered in this. So let's take this setup. We could easily pull back into half of this candle, but I find that the long day candles on this this plan don't necessarily retrace half as well as some other time frames, because we get these big moves up. And we did retrace almost exactly half on this if you took that for this instance, but it doesn't. I always am a little more aggressive and take them at like 3/4 generally on the 130-minute chart. So just something and it really depends on what stock too. I almost do trade entirely tech stocks with this plan. So we got skipped by pennies on that second candle there. So let's move our entry down and to right about here. We can keep our stop pretty much the same. So let's keep that set up, see if we can get some kind of pullback here in the next couple of days. And we didn't. No pullback. All right, rough. So the reason I moved it down, just if anyone was kind of thinking why I moved it down, it's obviously keeping going up. Our volume's increasing. We're getting to an all-time high. Maybe we'll break out of that. The reason I moved it down is because we missed by a couple pennies. If we're going to retest, we probably retest a little more than just the like 3 pennies that we missed it by. So I wanted to come down further for us to get in the trade, so we have a better risk reward at that point. Because if we did get wicked in, say on this day, the 1st, this candle right there basically hit our target. So that would have been our full trade right there, but we just barely didn't get wicked in. So that's the reasoning for it. If we had moved it up and we tried to get wicked in basically by that candle, then our target has to come way up here, way into an all-time high. And so that's the reasoning for us not moving it. So that's kind of the situation with that. We are pretty high right now. Our RSI is at 70, so we're going to have to get some kind of pullback for us to take this bullish. So there's lots of indicators on this plan that kind of keep you from taking trades sometimes that you would want to, but that's kind of the whole point of a plan, right? So that you are at least locked into following some set of rules that you can't break. And so if you break them, you aren't following a plan, therefore you're not doing your job. So we're up at 70 on our RSI. Let's just give it a few candles. I'm just going to play some. There's our pullback. And we really do want it to pull back to somewhere in here before getting in, because as of right now, the only data we have is showing us that we're essentially consolidating between these 2 points. If we break out and now we start to move bullish again, that would be an all-time high breakout and movement. But our RSI is saying we can't take that anyway, so we're not going to worry about it. All right, so there it is. There is our pullback. There's our nice looking hammer candle. We are now at 68. We could take that bullish for the breakout. We're so high, I don't think I would, but this is why we back trade. We look at things and we try to just practice our trade. Unintended, yes. So sometimes what I like to do, especially if I get a big candle like that, I'll actually try to limit buy. This doesn't work on all time frames, and obviously doesn't work all the time, yada yada yada. But when we are moving in a nice bullish trend, I probably wouldn't do it here, but let me just go over it. We'll see what it looks like. Is I try to just buy halfway through the hammer and see if we can move up from there, just to buy a little lower. Because if I get in right here, our target, even if we put our stop right here, our target has to be way up here up there for even like 1.2. So let me do that. And let's see, we have, hold on, my phone is, we have 9 minutes, and then we'll go over the charity that we're donating to today, see if we can get a little bit of money raised for the charity cause that we're trying to support these last few months, and then we'll do a workout. So stick with me here for the next 10 minutes, and we'll go over that. I might even have Sochi hop in and talk a little bit about that before we do our workout. So so what I was saying, instead of taking up there where we get worse risk reward, because often big hammers tend to retrace. Like look exactly here. Is this what I'm talking about? This is at a way better spot, way better hammer to be doing this at, and our plan would not have allowed it. However, to buy half of that hammer wick and to have your stop a little bit less, a little bit down here, perfect trade, would have worked awesomely. So that tends to work pretty well. However, this hammer's not in a good location. But let's just see, for the sake of it, how it would work if we did this super aggressive trade, try to get wicked in, and try to take some right up here. Nothing. This does not want to retest for me. John just picked the most bullish stock on the planet, and we just no retesting allowed for this thing. So there's our we're just basically moving up. We're making just new all-time highs. We're retesting those highs. Then we do get that breakdown. So people are just going to get antsy to get in. It's kind of like, I mean, we have earnings in like 2 days, maybe less. Yeah, 2 days or so. So we have earnings coming up. So I probably wouldn't be wanting to take a trade until earnings because it is Etsy too. We gap a lot. If I was going to try to take a trade on it though, I would want to actually buy below this hammer and have a stop kind of down here and my target back to this area, just because the pattern that we've been doing during this time, we've just been, we've made a little bit of a lower low, and this is such a good hammer too. I mean, the sentiment on this hammer is amazing. It wicked right below this hammer. I mean, yeah, it's a hammerish candle. Wicked right below this candle, right into the support of all of these candles, and then we bounced from there. So that was an awesome move. If you would have played this hammer, we were not allowed to until over here. So just unfortunate. Sometimes that's how the plan works, but looks great. We can see that in hindsight that, hey, if you were playing a different plan, that is an excellent hammer to be taking. The 130-minute chart also is a chart that puts a lot of hammers on the screen because, like I said, we get a lot of those moves, and so we just kind of beginning of the day moves, and then you consolidate for the rest of the day lots of times. So let's see if we can get that pullback on earnings, see what earnings do. We did. I wouldn't have had that open over earnings, by the way. But we got it. Look at that wick below. It did the exact same thing this candle did on just a bigger time frame. So you can see fractally what this candle is doing. And we're in a bear Momo right now. So you can see this candle wicked right below this candle. Now we have this candle wicking right below this candle into all this support. Like I talked about in the very beginning, is like we have tons of support in here. If we break down, we come down into this support somewhere. That's exactly what we're doing. We just came down a little bit into support. So looks bullish realistically with its Etsy. I mean, it has a ton of volume. Let's see if we can move sideways and then just take this thing bullish. Taking it bearish, I don't necessarily see any setups I like. If we do move sideways, we could take a breakdown right in here. So we can watch this for a stop limit sell. And so that's one of the things I'm always trying to do when I'm back trading is just think about both sides of the trade, and then think about where I could get in bearish, because usually I am a pretty bullish sentiment trader. So I try to look at it and say, if we do put in, and I try to look ahead to see if we do this, I'm going to do this. So if we put in another bullish candle next, I think that was our opening day. Yeah, so if we put in a couple bullish candles, we end this day bullish, we could take a breakdown of that candle. Let's see how we do. And we broke down without taking it. So we could take this retest. After an earnings play, we did gap down. Let's see if this would have been, this is a bullish day. So this is technically a bearish gap and go. So let's go ahead and try that. See if we can get this retest. and we'll put our stop right here, and we'll basically take our target right about here. So this is the trade we're going to take, and this will be our last trade before we talk about the RL charity that we're donating to today. Maybe we can give them a little bit of money. Oh, Tony's on as well. Awesome. So let's see what we get here. We are filled with a bullish volume candle. I might have my stop too aggressive on this one. Let's see. All right, so let's put our stop right here. New stop. New stop.
What are you doing out here?
All right, so this could look good. So if we break below this area, our RSI is already fairly low, but that's not a big deal. We do just need this to break down, and it will be looking pretty good. That is a nice upper wick into this resistance. So let's see how we do. We are breaking down. Nice gap down on that day, and that is a retest gap. So these three candles would make a bearish candle. So we expect some kind of retest into our limit sell, and then hopefully a little bit of a move lower. There's our retest. Now we need it to break down. It does not. Again, we're shorting like the most bullish company for 2018, it seems. So probably is not going to work out, but it doesn't matter. The sentiment is all we're trying to learn. We're trying to learn based off these candles. We're basically trading within this one candle right now. This was a huge earnings candle. It had a bunch of sellers, a bunch of buyers, a lot of people, and we're seeing which one of those are going to be right. And we took the bearish side on this trade because Momo said we're bearish right now, and we were not low enough on our side. So let's see if it works out. If we do break below this bullish candle, I will move our stop down to right above here. If we don't, we're probably going to get trailed out right here. So that's probably about it. So like I said, see, again, you can see most of our candles are appearing, and then we're getting this. So it's kind of like that first candle. We'll see what we do on it. Do we break above? We do break down. So let's now put our stop right here so we can lose small. And let's put a partial right here and our full right. Let's see how that's going to go. Come on, break that bullish candle down. Oh, there it is. All right, so I actually didn't say how much partial. Generally, if I'm getting real antsy on a trade and we're shorting the most bullish stock ever, I'll take 50%. Otherwise, I'll take 25. Let's just say we took 25%. So I'm not going to be able to figure out the exact amounts. I'm not typing this into my spreadsheet, and I'm not the best at just doing a whole bunch of mental math to figure it out. But we took it, so we probably got out of a quarter of our position. It's actually easier to say half because then I can kind of figure it out. So we made like a quarter of an hour on that one right there. So if we lose right here, we'll basically be breaking even on the trade if it comes up and stops us out, because we got out of half an hour here and then half an hour here, both sides equally far away from our entry. Kind of just makes my math easier for me. However, if we are kind of moving sideways and we're within a range, I will take a little bit more and be more aggressive with my exits if I'm playing an opposite trend trade. So I would have liked to take 50%, but since I didn't say it earlier, I don't want to be cheating and be like, I took everything here and then I got out entirely and then I went bullish right here. So I just want to keep it fair. So let's see how this trade plays out. We have 58 seconds. We're running low on time. Let me give it a few candles breakdown for us. All right, we are trailed out. That was our bullish entry, and we'll continue doing this one for a little bit later. Tony's going to hop on the mic after this workout, and he's going to do some trading with us. However, right now, Sochi, are you there? So what we're doing, let me pull up our, should be somewhere in, here it is, RL Foundation. Let me put this into the chat. Because exited on a bear candle because when we're working, we were profitable. Yeah, exactly. Exactly on this candle here. Yeah, we definitely could have, and we probably could have had our stop right here too. I just kind of rushed it to get out, but once this big bullish candle came in, I would have wanted to move our stop down. Yeah, after this candle. So that's what John is saying, is that we would have exited on this candle right here because, hey, we saw this wick lower, which it's been doing before it makes a nice move higher. And so that's kind of what we were doing. Here is the charity link that we are raising money for. Again, it's the RL Foundation that our man Jeremy Newsom was voted the Man of the Year on. So this is Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. We're always trying to raise money for that for the next couple of months. So if you guys feel like you're getting value out of this workout and back trading, if you could give 5, 10, 15, 20, 50, whatever amount of money you want to this cause, it would be greatly appreciated. To all the people over at Leukemia and Lymphoma Society and to all the people over at RL Foundation. And here's that link. I just put it in there. Sochi, if you're still here. What's up, Ross? How you doing? Sochi, if you're still here. Also, if there's anything I missed that you want to add, go for it.
Yeah, first of all, thank you everybody for being here, and Yates, thank you for putting this together. I know it was very last minute, and I appreciate it and just acknowledge you for going ahead and doing it anyway. And all the donation goes straight to the foundation, and every few months we pick out a new benefactor to be able to donate to. So right now it is the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, but more than that, what it is just that reinforcement of us giving. We're in a very fortunate situation, even though sometimes we might feel like things get tight. You know, there are people that have so many different challenges that we never think about because we may not be exposed to them. And so it's very rewarding to be able to give. And, you know, the more we give, the more that comes back to us. I don't know exactly how that works, but it happens. And every one of our staff members has always done something to give. I know Tony has done things where we're trading and all of a sudden he'll say, hey, you know, if we win on this trade, why don't we donate it to someone? You know, and we'll take a part of it and donate. So just admire that everybody has a spirit of giving and that they give. And it does not matter whether it's $5, $20, $100, the amount does not matter. It'll be multiplied. And I just thank you for putting it together. And thank you everybody for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you
for those wise words. That is true. Giving is a big, huge part in everyone's life here. It's real life trading. So yeah, whatever you guys can give, it will definitely help out all the people over there at Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. So definitely check that out if you can. It's still up on the screen. So now that we have that, let's do another round of workout. I can turn my video on. All right, here we are. Let's see what's up. There I am. So I have this written up. Here's what we're doing. Is it backwards for everyone? Yeah. I don't know how to write backwards. That's a terrible idea. Anyway, so we're doing push-ups, jump squats, mountain climbers, Supermans, and planks. I can maybe try. Does anyone not know what those are? Does anyone need a little bit of help on those? Type in now to let us know. I'll give you 10 seconds. 5. I think it's only backwards for you.
We need you to demonstrate every single one of those right now.
I kind of decided I would during the last one because my man Tony is going to hop on the mic. So if I'm super out of breath and dead, I can be so only during this next half an hour. So I can probably get my mic or my thing. Let's see, move it over. You can kind of see that a little bit. It'll be a little sketchy, but all right, let's do this, team. Let me pull up my stopwatch, reset. So push-ups are first. Let's get it. Push-ups. Can you see me? Kinda. You can see me pop up. Here we go. 40. All right. Jump squats. You can kind of see half of my body. Now, 40, 48. Jeez, John, what a beast. All right. Jump squats. It burns. Mountain climbers. Ten seconds. Superman. This is my favorite one. Break away on the ground. Oh. It's fun planks. 10 seconds. Ooh. Ooh. That was tough. Okay. All right. Tony, are you there?
Yes, sir.
All right. I am so out of breath. I don't know how I'm going to keep doing this. Well, let me unshare my screen and let me see here. Tony,
What's up?
I'm going to hop on the mic and show us all some back training greatness for 30 minutes.
Let's do it.
So Tony's going to do the back training. You're going to do the heavy lifting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it works. No, I'll be doing the workouts as soon as. Sorry, I was just getting on, but I'll be joining into the workouts here as soon as I'm off of this. But
Now everyone needs to share their camera so we can see that they're doing the workouts along with Yates.
Hey, come on, get your
Exactly.
swole on, guys.
exactly.
This is when it's good to be on camera because you're a little swole up, feeling good.
I just put shoes on, so I'm ready to go.
There we go.
I was trying to do the push-ups with flip-flops, but it wasn't working.
Draw my yoga mat up here. All right, I'm muting. It's all you, Tony. Get it.
Cool. Let's do this thing, guys. Get you over here so you're not off on that other screen. I'm gonna try. It's been a hot minute since I've used Trading Sim. It's an awesome platform. You have to pay money for it, but you can go back as far as the eye can see and get tick by tick information since TradingView only lets me go back so far, and you actually put your orders and stops in and targets and keeps track of everything for you. So we're gonna give it a shot and see if we're successful using it. So the strategy, I want to be back trading since I have 30 minutes. I don't want to go too crazy on some stuff. So we're going to keep going with my day trading reversal strategy. Okay, so it's this strategy here. Basically, in a nutshell, since I don't want to take up too much time just explaining it, it is a reversal strategy. So this is what I do mainly for this thing up and rock and rolling. For day trading. So come on, there we go. So what we're doing is we're looking for a waterfall within about the first 30 minutes of the day. We're looking for something that's just falling straight down. But on a daily chart, we're in a bull trend. Okay, so we're falling straight down. We're going to wait for the RSI. That's another thing I need to add on to this. Sorry, I should have already been doing this. RSI, if I could spell. There we go. I literally just got this thing pulled up. We're waiting for the RSI to get down to at least 22. Once it gets down, we're going to wait for 2 bull candles to come in, and we're going to be the trap. We're going to put our entries in down below the break of the bottom of the move. We're going to hope for some noobs to get trapped and shoot this thing the other way. So whenever a stock goes way down, this is when it goes on the noobs radar right here, right? It's too scary to short up here when they should, so they wait for this thing to make like a 5% move down, 80,000 bear candles in a row. It bounces. They're like, oh, man, we take out this hammer right here. It's going lower. So now they're getting in. And the move's already done, right? So it's going to pull lower, and we're planning on it bouncing. If it does not bounce on the same candle that it triggers us in on, we have some specific rules that I will go over when that scenario happens. If it does decide to bounce, meaning it comes down, our entry's down here, it fills us, and then on that same candle, we bounce back up above the support that we broke, we'll immediately kick our stop up since you shouldn't get back below the trapping candle. So you immediately move your stop up. It's a good strategy to lose as small as possible. Now, what happens if we get filled and it just keeps sinking lower? If it comes all the way to our stop, we're going to immediately put in another limit order in to get filled down where our stop was, and we're going to hold for 2 hours, okay? So that's the strategy we're going to be back trading, and we're going to jump out to a daily chart, and we are going to be looking for a nice bear day that's going to have the average true range bigger than normal. So this is a day that we could do this guy on. That's a 129. So we are going to go back to 129. This is on Tesla stock. We're going to go to the 5-minute with extended hours on. Perfect. And we are going to just hit the fast forward button. I can go as fast or as slow as I want to go. But like I said, what we are looking for is a lot of selling out the gate. So I need to go a little bit faster than this. Let's see if it'll go faster than this, if it'll work. All right, so that's a no-go. Again, I'm waiting on this RSI to get down to about 22, and it needs to do it in the first few hours of the day. Realistically, if you don't just fall right out of the start, it's really going to be tough to get down there. Okay, there we go. Back to that speed. And so we got our 22 RSI. Very good. So we hit that. The thing that we need, though, are 2 bull candles in a row after the new low. So we're going to still wait on that. We're still waiting on the 2 bull candles. So now we need to wait for a new low. And if it doesn't trigger us in by noon, all right. So that day did not work out. So we'll go find another one. Hopefully we can actually get into one of these. Let's see here. I'm just looking for any bear days I can see, really. 126. And we'll jump out again to a 5-minute. And again, hopefully, these setups are a little bit tough. Hopefully we actually can grab one. I'll go as fast as I possibly can. Okay, that's good selling out the gate. RSI needs to go a little bit more. Come on down. Get down there. I think we got to 27. I think. Shoot. Yeah, I don't think the RSI got quite low enough. Nope, it did not. All right, next. Hopefully I don't pick some dud back trading strategy that no one gets in. Okay. That average true range is solid. Let's go to the 11th. Come on. Pretty much did that last time. Well, I mean, if you back trade this, you now realize that, hey, if you're taking 1 million trades every 5 seconds, odds are either your plan says that. Okay, so we finally got our RSI, by the way. So either your plan says that, but most of the time, if you're telling the stock what to do, you're not going to be getting filled every 5 minutes. It's most likely going to be a couple times a week that your trades end up, your setups occur. Okay, so, and during the day, I have scanners running to scan for this setup right here. So, we have a really good high. So this average true range is for the current day that we're on. We're at 13, and the average for the past 14 days is at 8. So the average true range is nice and big. We went down below 22 on the RSI, and now we have 2 bull candles coming in. If I don't want to press that button. Okay, so yep, we got 2 bull candles. So now let's go in here and let's do our Reese here. What's up? We're going to put in a limit order, and our limit order is going to go. So if we jump out to, this is the 11th, I'll make sure. Jump out to a 30-minute time frame and get a little bit idea of some perspective on some support. So I know for a fact my stop will go below 799. Okay, so we know that. All right. So if I'm looking at getting in, I'm probably just going to put my entry down where everyone's stops would be. That's playing that. So we finally got us a setup. Let's just hope that it actually triggers. Let's do 813.29. 813.29, and we are going to, with the limit order, put in a buy limit there. There we go. And now we're going to put in a stop market, and our stop market was going to go down below right here, 797.18. I'm pretty sure that's a sell. Will it let me do that, or do I have to do an OCO? There we go. I thought I could do that. Okay, good. Another thing, too, I should have probably done was I should have put it into my calculator real quick to get an idea of how many shares I need. Yeah. If we're using a $500 R, it's 31 shares, not 100 shares. So let me go ahead and cancel this and then do not 31 shares. Okay, so sell that. Okay, and then our limit order was at 813.29 with 31 shares. We're going to go ahead and buy that. Okay. 31. Let's see what happens. Let's see if it'll come back down. I should go to a 5-minute chart. Come on, Tesla, roll back down. You can see this is our setup. Come on, Tesla. Wish I could just make this go a little bit faster. And we just wait until it takes out this lower high, or it gets till noon my time, Mountain Time, so 2 Eastern. So if it's not going to make a new low by noon, then we cancel it. Oh, we're getting really close. Nope. So we're not going to get to our entry by noon, so that's a cancel. There's just not enough time left in the day for it to really go anywhere after that. So I'm going to try to do something a little bit quicker here. And I'm going to go back to trading view on this guy since we don't have a ton of time. And I at least want to get into one. At least into one. So let's do this on AMD. And we're just going to go find some bear days here. Oops, I actually need to open up my average true range. There we go. Okay. AMD. All right. So we're looking for something that has an average range. Nope. Does that day? It does. All right. So let's do this day. Right there. I think I can move a little bit quicker on this. I just can't go back quite as far, but that's fine. So again, we're just going to fast forward this until that RSI gets down to around 22. If it ever does. No dice. All right, next. Yeah, this is much faster. Come on. That is if trading view doesn't blow up. Come on, trading view. Oh, trading view. Why do you gotta suck? Come on. Putting you under the limelight, trading view, and you can't even function. All right. Let's go look for the next average true range. That's got a little bit of a pop. That one's good there. Oops, got to go to a 5 minute. All right. So we did hit our 20 RSI, and I may have gone too fast, but okay. No, we're still good. All right. So on a new low, right here, this we need 2 bull candles in a row. So that was a bear candle, that was a bull candle. So that does not matter. So we are still waiting on that. So we just made a new low, and we'll see if 2 bull candles come in. Nope, there's new low. That's not 2 bull candles in a row. And it's not going to set up. Nope. All right, next. Looking, that's a good day there. All right. I'm just looking for bear days that are above the average for me to go back and back trade on. Okay. So good. We got a setup on this one. So we hit that 20 or below 22 RSI. We did not open at 22 RSI, which is nice. We opened at 30. That's good. And so now that we have our 2 bull candles in a row, we're going to go ahead and set up this trade. So put our entry in there, move that down, jump out to a 30-minute time frame, and get an idea of where our next support is. It is right at 80.41. So we could do that for our stop. That's a good entry. Let's see what this thing does. Oh, don't do that to us. There we go. Okay, we're filled. And it was before noon. All right. So is this a good trapping candle or not? Yeah, it is. Right? We got filled on it, on the candle that we got filled on, which was actually this first candle. And then we closed back up above that support that we broke. So that's a fantastic closing candle. Our 1R is right there. And as you can see on this candle right here, we almost hit our 1R in the first 5 minutes of being in this trade. So that was a little bit quick because I fast forwarded too long, but our stop would now be moved up to right here, just below that low. Because once you have a trapping candle, it shouldn't get below it or else it's not a trapping candle. So the whole reason we're getting into this is for nothing. But as you can see, we entered right there. We're going to lose 0.2 R's on this thing, maybe 0.3 if we're sad, right? And again, let me put in the line here for our target because it's hard to see. Okay, so we're taking 30% at target 1. That's twice that target 1's been missed by 3 cents. And we got trailed out. That sucks. But again, we lost, let's see if that's about 0.25 on that one. So I'll go ahead and mark that one down. We lost about 0.25 and we missed out on our 1R target by 3 pennies. That sucks. So all good. Move on to the next one. Let me put something on here to keep track. So this was AMD. This was, what date is this? April 12th. And we lost 0.25 R. Trap. All right. Good stuff. Yeah, for sure, Ross. I'm just going to, my plan says this is how I set up my stops. And so I just keep following my plan. I'm sure AMD, there's much better ways to trade this one, but I just keep following what that plan says. So we go from there. All right, looking for my next range that's higher. Another problem too is that we need to be in somewhat of a bull trend as well now. So we were in this nice little push. I don't know how far this won't let me go back to November. All right, let's find the next one. Someone throw a ticker my way. Anyone got a ticker on their mind? MU is going to trade a lot like AMD. All right, cool. So Pinduoduo. This is right now, correct? Right, good. All right, so we need to go back to when we were in a bull trend, which was this. And
but I'll try to do. I'm gonna go back by today. Then I'm gonna do
hold
it.
on one second.
I'm gonna sit down and make sure I do it. And but yesterday when I went over there, rain was coming.
Yeah, guys, make sure you're on mute if you.
Hurry up. So, but
make sure
I'm
you're
gonna go
on
over there
mute.
and do every single.
There we go. Good stuff. Let's figure out where we're at here on these guys. There's an average true range that works on that day there. Okay. So we're going to fast forward it till it gets down to that 20 RSI. Did we get there? We did get there before noon. Okay, so we're good. We are good to set this thing up. Did we get to 22 before noon? Nope, we did not. We just got to 24. All right, so next day. That day works. Man, I'm having some bad luck on this strategy right now. I can't even find a setup. Usually not that hard. I at least want to get into two trades. That's a no-go. Let's go to this day here. I'm going to start running out of room that this is going to let me go back on. There we go. All right, we haven't gotten there yet. Still at 25. So we need to get a little bit lower, which we probably won't. Oh, that was a 15? What the? Tony, click the right button, bro. All right, hold on a second. Not looking. Okay. I don't know what happened. I know it goes down. Okay. So we got our setup. How low did this thing go to? We went to 24. So we needed a little bit lower. Hold on. Where is this at? 21. There we go. All right. So now we're still looking for 2 bull candles in a row. Finally got down to our RSI. We did not get it. So now we need another low to come in. And it's probably not going to. Shoot. Nope. Can I go back that far? Oops. Okay, there we go. We're on a 5-minute, right? Not a 15. Okay. We made it to 2280, so it's not low enough. Needs to keep on getting lower. Like I said, if you don't hit that 20 in the start of the day, it's most likely not going to happen. Great strategy requires patience. It's true. And this strategy pays really, really well if this will let me keep going back. Okay, good. Again, yeah, it's not going to get there. All right, let's pick another stock. What else you guys got? MSFT. Right on. Okay, so you guys can keep back trading this strategy though, if you'd like. So that RSI is, that ATR is not big enough. That day it is. All right, let's see what we got. I have to reset this thing every time I get into a new ticker. And nothing there on that day. Did not get low enough. Snooze fest. Nothing on that day. About this day. Yeah. I'm just going to keep moving quick. We'll find a setup eventually. Frick. 24. All right. Frick, we got one. Okay, so we hit that RSI, waterfall, really good. We're looking for 2 bull candles after a new low. So a new low came in. That was 1 bull candle. So we're still waiting on a new low and 2 bull candles. Oh, can't quite get it. So there's your new low. That's your 1. There's your 2. All right, we finally got us a setup. And put our entry in there, jump out to a 30-minute, get an idea of where the next support is. We have support at 248. So I'm going to kick our stop up to about there. Okay, y'all. Now it just needs to roll back down one more time, which is the hardest part. Come on. Come on. You stupid thing. Didn't roll back down for us. So find the next one. No. Yeah, man, this strategy though. Normally I can find more setups than this. Frick. Okay, that's a good one too. On the average true range, let's see if it actually gives us some low RSI movement. Nope. All right. Well, at least you got to hang out with me for 30 minutes. It's the time clock. I know most of the time when we back trade them on the mic, we've got hours, right? That's not going to do it either. It is a good strategy to learn, though, if you can ever find setups for it. Oh, what did that get to? 24. Maybe I can make it at the buzzer. All right. Someone else threw in a ticker on this one. Data dog. All right. Let's give this one a shot for the final whistle. We are very sideways on this guy. We do some of these earlier. Yep, that's gotten a good average true range. Okay. Oh, out the gate. And it's our setups. The new low, 2 bull candles. Let's go. Okay, entry goes down just a smidge lower than that low. Jump out to a 30. Find our next support. Oh my gosh, it's been a while. Let's go out to an hourly. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what our price is. So 68. Yeah, so 68, that is our support zone. On that one, let me zoom back in and see if we can actually get filled. Okay. Oh, come on. You stupid thing. Doug, exactly, man. I mean, in real life, I sit here and wait. In real life, I have scans that just, pull up my scenarios every day. So I'll usually have about 2 or 3 setups every day. And then it's just a matter of will they set up, right? Will they make that new low with the 2 bull candles and then roll back down for me one more time? So this is a really great strategy. It's really easy to lose small on because you're getting in at a very aggressive, and it's just golfing. Exactly. You're getting in at a very aggressive entry, right? So your risk reward is fantastic. You're usually pushing 2 Rs by the time everyone else is getting in. So it can be massive winners. It's a really good strategy. So some of these things here that you need to look for, again, that 22 RSI on a 5-minute with extended hours. Okay, it needs to happen pretty quick in the day, or else it's never going to get that low. A lot of stocks will get down to 30 RSI, but not too many get down to 22. We're wanting this thing to be extremely extended, have the correct setup. Realize that once the stock's down at 22 RSI, it's very rare for it to keep going lower. It does happen. And so we're waiting on that. We're waiting on 2 bull candles out the gate, and then 1 more roll down just to stop every bull out that's trying to call the bottom, just for it to go higher, right? Has that ever happened to anyone? And then all the new traders that are getting in short because it just looks like it's going to keep on going because it's already gone down 1,000,000%. Their stops are what's going to kick this thing higher because they're going to immediately get scared. You're going to see a big bull candle. They'll freak out, lower their stops, and that just causes it to go higher with them buying to close. Is this strategy in the book on our dashboard? It is not. No. This strategy is one that I made after that book. So that's why I wanted to back trade it today, because I've back traded this strategy hundreds of times, and it's a very profitable strategy. But rules to entry, you need to hit. It doesn't have to be at 22 when you get in. It just needs to hit it. I need to explain that a little bit better. It just needs to hit that, and then that's your trigger, right? Now you can start looking. It's time for me to get before. So for me, in my brain, I know what that means, but for everyone else, they're probably like, what? So no, RSI doesn't have to be at 22. It just needs to hit 22 before you can put in entry. All right.
Yeah, no, that's an awesome rule, Tony. And yeah, that makes sure that basically at that point you're you're using RSI to basically show you you're at the end of a wave 3 going into a wave 4, or the end of a wave 5, essentially using that 22. So you're making sure you're down towards the low end point of one of those waves, so you can catch that 4 or that ABC or 1, 2, 3.
Exactly, because you only need to catch this much of it, right, guys? It doesn't. You don't need a big. Your risk reward is tiny. So I'm not trying to catch it and bring it back up to the highs of the day. I'm trying to catch this much of it for 2 hours. And since our entry is so aggressive, our risk reward is super tight. So that's the strategy in a nutshell, right? So we're catching it very low. We're trapping people, and if it doesn't trap, we have a game plan of exactly what to do with that. So that's some of the best thing about this strategy is if you do get triggered in, so it comes down, there's your 2 bull candles, you put your entry in, it rolls down, and then it just keeps rolling and stops you out. You immediately get back in with your stop down below the next 1 hour, and then the thing goes to 2 hours like 85% of the time. So you'll lose 1 hour, and then you'll end up being profitable 1 hour by the end of the day. So it's a really cool strategy. And if you end up just getting trailed out small like we did, I mean, you'll keep losing 0.2 hours, but your winners are still going to be 2 hours. So it's pretty fun. It's a good strategy. And then what to do again once you're in the trade. So this is the strategy. It's too much to go over, but if you guys want to keep back trading this, Yates, I can throw you this strategy if you'd like, but it's a fun strategy. It works out really well.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's awesome. Thanks for coming on the mic and helping us all out. Teach us some of your greatness, how to be patient and take a couple trades a day, but for some nice winners. So it was good. It was good to see you working. So thanks for coming out.
Yeah, man, my pleasure. Sorry we couldn't get into some more, but like you said, back trading it's not just about the results. It's about showing your brain and teaching your brain what it's like to be profitable, right? Because your brain's going to see this and be like, wow, I average like 1 or 2 trades a week, but I'm very profitable. So that when you're sitting in front of your screen and you're just seeing a million setups and or things that you think are setups, you're like, oh, there's a hammer. Well, is that your plan, right? And following that, it teaches your brain to be disciplined because it convinces your brain that, yes, you can make a lot of money trading 1 trade a week. That's all you have to do. You don't have to put in 85 trades a week to make a lot of money. You can do it with 1 trade a week consistently over a year, and you'll make tons of money. So back trading is just going to teach your brain all the small things. Yes, it helps you get an idea of how profitable a strategy is, but it also helps you control those emotions and have realistic expectations. When you start losing like 12 trades in a row for 2 months straight, your back trading will show that. You'll have periods of that, and your brain will go, yeah, I saw this, and I was still profitable, right? This happened during my back trade. So it lets you know what the strategy is like, gives you an idea of your max drawdown so you don't put a $10,000 R on this if you have 3 months out of the year where you just get destroyed, right? So it teaches you a lot. So hopefully at least we got something out of it. If you guys, I got family calling, it's time for a barbecue. If you guys got more questions, email me, message me on Slack, whatever you guys would like. So love you all. Dude, everyone, have a great Memorial Day. Thank you all service members, men and women, for doing all the sacrifices that they do today and for everyone that has given their lives for this country so that we can enjoy the freedoms to sit here right now and click buttons and make money. I love you all. Have a great day. Be safe. And I will see you tomorrow in the room.
See you, man. Thanks a lot.
You guys.
All right. Awesome. So let's give it up for Tony. Couple things. If you are here, you're still loving this. Let's let the people in Slack channel, if you have a Slack channel, know that we are loving this by typing in hashtag Mind Gains. That's gains with a Z, guys. We're Mind Gainsing with a Z into Slack. And just to let everyone know, I'm going to give a shout out to Tony here too. But hopefully this has been helpful for you guys so far. And what's up, Brandon? And yeah, let's get in another workout, and then I'm going to hop on the mic. We're going to do another workout. Then Dan Jansen's going to hop on the mic, and then we're going to do another workout, and someone else is going to be on the mic. So we got a little more time of this, so let's kind of get after it. If you are new, here is our workout right here. So we have, let me see, we have push-ups, then we have our jump squats, then we have our mountain climbers, then we have our Superman, then we have our planks. We do all of those for 1 minute each. Get as many as you can. John Alonzo, I think, did like 4,000 push-ups last time. So try to just keep up with him, and you'll be Shredsville before you know it. So mind gains, body gains, that's what we're all about during this session. All right, let me get my stuff going. So you guys couldn't really see me, so I'm gonna just turn this off and switch this over to this is all right, perfect. So let me put this on for our stopwatch, reset, share my screen, and here we go. Push-ups.
I kind of doing with the chair.
You're gonna go to bed in a minute. Let me give him some more milk and put him back to sleep.
Nom, 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 nom. Let me fix up all these chairs, okay? So, this one goes here. And the next one.
Oh no, leave him. Leave him.
All right, mountain climbers. Supermans. You'll just be laying on the floor. Last minute planks. All right. One more set down. Did anyone do over 48 push-ups? I tried. I didn't beat John. Whew. All right. Here we go. How'd that treat everyone? Round 3 workout. So what's weird? 4.8. Hey, let's go for 5 next time, Sky. Come on. My shoulders are on fire. Mountain climbers are rough. Like everything in this whole workout is shoulder too, like except jump squats. But maybe I do mine on my hands, so it's the hard version. No, the goal is not to beat your numbers. If you pick one number and you do that whole number the whole time, like that's super good, honestly. Because you do get fatigued throughout it. And I mean, it's weird. We've only worked out 15 minutes of this thing, but when you're done with that whole 5 minutes, it feels like all longer. So yeah, the goal is just to do it as long as you can. If it's for the planks and Superman, and the other is just to keep a steady pace throughout. That's our goal. So the goal is to be as out of breath as I am while I'm on the mic panting, so that you don't think I'm weird not being able to breathe. I think that's the goal. All right, let's get into it. Let's get out of Etsy. John's gone for a second, but come on. We're going to a hit class at UFC Fit. That's it's a bold move. It's a bold move. So come on, let's do the strategy for one more session, because I have another strategy I want to trade on a day trading strategy that I'll do after this session. So throw me it can be a tech ticker. Usually these work best with tech. So throw me some kind of tech ticker. First one to do it gets it. Chewy. That counts-ish. That's tech-ish. Perfect. Awesome, Sylvan. All right. Let me go back in. Wonder how far back we can get on this thing. Probably ways. Where are we at? July. Does it even exist back then? Let's see. Oh, it does. So we're probably going to like IPO. Oh, no, I guess not. June 19. I didn't know Chewy was that old. All right, perfect. Well, this will be a good one to do, actually. I'll delete some lines because it's kind of cheating when you're just like, oh, it might be a resistance at that blue line. Let me short it. All right, perfect. So what we can see from this. So anyone who wasn't here, let me do a quick run through. Oh, I didn't start my 30 minutes. Let me do that. Started. All right, perfect. Anyone who wasn't here for the last time. So this is the 13-13 130-minute chart. What that means is we're using RSI 13. We're using a 130-minute chart, and we're only using it on 13 stocks to keep your focus down. So that's the plan in a nutshell. The rules are, if you are in a bearish Momo on the 130-minute chart, you can only go bearish. If you're in a bullish Momo, you can only go bullish. The one caveat to that is if you are in a bearish trend and you get down just like exactly where we are right here, you get down below the 30 RSI, you can take a bullish swing trade. So you can watch for that to basically call a reversal, call bottom. So back over here, there was a nice reversal at that point. So that's kind of the only thing. If your RSI goes above 70 or below 30 and you're in a trade, bearish, bullish, you have to move your stop above break even. So that's pretty much the gist of it. It's a super simple plan. And then most of it is just going to be candle-based trading. So just looking at candles and looking at support, resistance, look at all the rest of it, but it tells you what direction you're allowed to take a trade. So it gives you some guidelines on how to do it. You're using also a 130-minute chart, 3 even candles every day. We'll probably get 2 inside candles. There you go. we're going to take a breakout bullish above those and see how it goes. So let's set that trade up. We are able to take it bullish. The reason I would not take it bearish is because our downside is limited. Here's where our target would have to be. So we are below that 30 RSI, and we can just give it a little room for a wick down. So stop here, stop limit right here, and right there. That's a $1.50. Perfect stop size. So our target for all would go right up here, which is 1.5 Rs. Perfect. I can change that. So if we move up and we're just kind of looking good, I might change that up to here, which will be 2 Rs. But as of right now, I'll take target all for everything and target 1. So let's see how this plays out. Oh, are we triggered in on that? Brutal. Let's see. High of. No, we're not. Sweet. That did not trigger us in. Excellent miss by us. So super lucky. Let's see what happens. See if we can get another reversal down here to move that up. I think I want to just keep our stop limit open, same spot, not adjust this trade. We're still low RSI, still looks good. Let's see what we get. There we go. That's what we're looking for. All right, nice volume. Honestly, after that candle, I want to get aggressive. I think I do. Let's do 50% there, and then let's do the rest right here. I mean, after you get triggered in on that candle with that support right here, I mean, you kind of, if we broke lower, if we got it, if we broke like and went down to 30.69, I'd be moving my target up even higher because that would have been like the perfect trap. As it is, we're just creating a nice double bottom. So we easily could move up once we break above this neckline. It'd be a good trade. But we don't want to be in these forever. So these are just supposed to be kind of quick trades. So here we go. Oh my gosh. What a ridiculous candle. Is that earnings? Oh man, brutal. Brutal. What is that? A miss of high 82. Average time is like a week or so. So we're stopped out of this trade. Oh, that makes me sad. What a sweet, yeah, there's no way I would have put it here. That's funny. If it was real life, I'd be much sadder than I am now. But I'm kind of sad right now because that was an epic trade. It would have been so cool if I got out left all right here. But anyway, not a big deal. Honestly, that's exactly what we were saying. So that came down right into this area. So if we start to bounce here, I feel like that was an earnings something. I mean, that's huge volume. Who knows? Doesn't matter. It is. So we're down 1 full R on our back trade right there, -1. Not a big deal. Could have been earnings, could have been up, and doesn't matter. Let's look for going bullish somewhere around here because we could basically still have that entire pattern that we were doing. We're just coming like this. We had some kind of earnings, we flashed lower. We're at an all-time low right now. So we just have to just keep an eye on that level. I don't think, okay, it was earnings. But that makes me feel better. So I would have just been out on this candle. We would have made like 0.5 R. Thanks, Ross, for checking on that. Yeah, I mean, so honestly, that would have been a really good trade just to get in, get out, made a good half an R, good 3/4 of an R, and just took our money and run. But doesn't matter. We'll count it as a -1 on a loss, and we'll see what this candle does. So I think we do probably move higher. Let's see if we can move inside of this a little bit. We're still in a bearish Momo, so we have to take bearish trades if we're not down at that 30 RSI. Another inside. We're just consolidating sideways. So we can't take a breakout of that up. And honestly, I don't like shorting this kind of at all-time lows. So let's see what we can get. RSI is still high. Still high. We're going to have to get a flip on Momo at this point. So, ooh, that was the one right there. All right, there's our Momo switch. So let's just try for a pullback here. I'd usually like to thanks, Zach. Thanks for stopping by. Awesome to have you here. Yeah, absolutely. That's what we're doing. We're just practicing the trade. So let's just try to buy a retest of this candle. So this is 1 day. This candle, this candle, this candle. These three. So if we buy kind of the top of this shade top candle, that's probably pretty aggressive, honestly. Like aggressive as in it won't get that low. But since we're coming up right into resistance, that's what I want it to do. So we're not going to chase this. Let's limit buy it right here. And our target, if we get in, will just be this red invert up here. So have it give us an R. Target 1. And if we consolidate inside, I'll move those up. Ooh, give me another inside day. All right, so we can do two things. So one, lots of times, I actually have a number of these setups going on right now. I don't do it with this plan necessarily. I do it on the daily chart. But so I'll set up 2 entries, each with half an R. So this will be half an R. Stop limit buy. This will be half an R. Both of the stops will be below here, so that I'm at least getting in. Usually I do this on the daily, and it's a little bit longer trades. And so I have to get up here for kind of any kind of figure 0.7 R gain on this top entry. So let's try that one, see how it works. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We certainly could be seeing our A. So this would be our A, B, C, or it would be our 1, 2, 3. So we easily could pull back into that area. So I don't want to get too aggressive. Let's see what we do. There's our S curve. So that's kind of what we were looking to get filled on right there. So because we wave counted that, let's, oh, wrong thing. Let's move this up and let's delete this. Don't really want it to break down. We really want a bearish candle to come in here and break out above that. Since we've had this open though, lots of times when I'm doing this plan, I'm not watching like every 130-minute candle. I'll just leave things open. So let's just say, hey, we're leaving this open and we'll basically look for this trade to play out for a couple candles. And we come back at basically this point. So here we made our lower low, we're moving higher, we S-curved, and we made basically our, can't this 1, 2, 3 possibly, we can't count that quite right. So we need to essentially break above this 35.59 point for this trade to be, for it to work. We have a super loose stop on this right now, so we could move our stop up right now, which I will. So we're only losing half an R. We'll move it right below this area. New stop, so that we're really losing half an R or so on this trade, a little bit more. And we're trying to get up into this target right there. So let me just walk away from the trade a little bit. And we are stopped out for 0.5 R loss. All right, how annoying should we? Actually 0.6, that's a sixer. That's a 0.6 R loss. And so the one thing too is this didn't get above 70. So that's why that planted there. So if we actually go back in time, if this was just a little bit higher, so we should have broken above this candle soon. So we might have wanted to have a tighter stop on that. Lots of times when I'm back trading, I'll back trade like several spots a couple different times. So we took that breakout. Even if our stop was here, we really aren't getting up to 1 R very well. So that wouldn't have helped us to have too much of a tighter trade on this. We did know that, hey, we were pretty high. We wanted to buy basically where we got stopped out. So that trade was the one to go with. I got a little bit over aggressive with the entry and stop on this one because I want to be quick with this trading plan. But in retrospect, in hindsight, in something, we can see that, hey, we did have this big move up, and percentage-wise, it's not negligible. I mean, that's 14% in basically a day, and then we pulled back 5%, and we ran back up again. So that is something we want to see. Like, hey, we should probably pull back a little bit more, but we don't have to. And the reason I took it more aggressive is because we broke down this low. So not a lot we could have done different, except when this candle came in, we could have maybe moved our stop up to exactly right here, and then when that candle came in, we would have wanted to probably trail that one there. It didn't close much above that, so not too upset with that. Right here, when this consolidation, that's where we want to have this up, because we don't want this breaking down. That's actually where we have some consolidation. We're making a higher high. I mean, we're making a lower high. Right here, we're kind of, if you zoomed out to a different time frame, you could see our lower high there a little better. If we break down, it's kind of a double top on a super small time frame. So could have moved our stop a little bit more aggressive on that, and lost a little bit smaller once we broke down there. So gap down, Momo switched over. We never made it. What I was actually going back in time to see is that we never made it above this 70 RSI, because that's where we would have actually put our stop. We would have had to put it like right there, and would have actually won on that trade. So just our RSI did not work out in our favor that time. So let's pull up the bear side of things. So we're seeing if we can go short at this point, or long if we get down into this 70 range. So mostly I take these trades long because I trade tech stocks in this plan. So I don't trade them short very often. Not recently though. So that's an interesting candle right there. We're going to switch over Momo pretty soon. And we did say almost exactly what we were talking about earlier. Is this was a huge resistance, and we're just basically trading in this range right now. So should we have known to play more aggressive right there when we didn't break out of this wick? Yes, probably should have. Should have traded down a little more aggressively, because we are range bound, and that wick did just bull trap everybody. So let's see if we can take a bear trade down to here. However, I'd rather wait for it to come down and take a bull trade on this, even though we are just straight sideways. Can't take this bullish yet. Oh, can't take this bullish yet because of Momo, but it is shaping up as basically a retest exactly. So this is where I had it drawn off this candle for my previous entry. So we did basically, the reasoning for that is it was a 50% retrace of what my eye saw from right here. And you can see that right there. So I just wanted to get in 50% of that big move. And you can see that we did. So that worked out. So let's look for that bullish entry right around here somewhere. So if we can switch to Momo, come down a little bit, get a little bit of an S curve, let's get in there. So nice candle. Nice candle. Still hasn't switched. So Momo is a lagging indicator. So sometimes sometimes you get kind of tricked into exactly what happened there. Is you say, oh, that's telling you Momo is saying here, basically at the top of the move. We wanted to get in here, and we got kind of ambitious and got in high, almost like right here, where I'm almost wanting to do it again. And instead of saying, hey, let's buy back down here, let's buy at this exact 50% retrace, and we would have had a good trade. However, we would have had to wait July 19th to August 19th, one entire month of watching this trade for us to get in on that. And we couldn't have, because bearish Momo wasn't low enough. My rules don't allow me to leave something open for a month in this plan without adjusting it, and I couldn't have adjusted it. So just didn't quite fit. Let's see what we get here. If we can get another inside candle, we could try for the breakout again, or else we want to pull back to right about here. Limit buy. Right. Stop. Let's see if I can go an entire back trading section without taking a winning trade. That'd be pretty neat, right? And Tony didn't get in one. I don't know. It's because we've been too much working out. There's not enough blood flow in our heads. It's just all in our giant biceps, is I think what's happening right now. Nice candle there. We're still just range bound within this section. Leave that open. Perfect fill on that. So we want this, kind of like Tony was saying, like this candle should move up. If it moves down, we can't technically move our stop quite yet. We have to be in the trade for a little while before moving our stop. But if this candle does break down, we're gonna come lower. So honestly, having a stop right here isn't the worst thing, but the plan says we can't. And with this, that's going to be the most the move of the day. Generally, we're going to probably be inside, and we might wick down a little bit and then start to move up. So let's see what we do. 1, 2, 3. So that's the end of the day. That's exactly what we're looking for. Our target, I didn't put a target on this trade, so we're range bound. So let's try to get out here. And what are we down for the day? Like 0.7. So if we made this trade, we would be up on the day. And we did. No, well, I don't know. So we open. Yeah, we definitely did because I didn't move my stop. Sorry, I was thinking I moved my stop. All right, perfect. So we're out of that trade for 0.7. And that was a great target on that. So the reason I picked that target is because one, it got us, let's see exactly how much it got us. It got me, where is it? 1.3. So between all the back trades we had before, we lost 0.01. So we lost like a tenth of an hour, and we lost one full. Oh, we did lose one full. Well, we did lose a full R on that earnings trade. We'll count it. So we were down negative 1.6, and we just lost. So we're down 0.3 right now, which is good. The reason I calculated that because I thought we were only down 0.7. So now we would be up. On the day. So doesn't matter. We're out of this trade. We're taking it just below is the reason I took it, just below this resistance up here. Because if we break out of this resistance, honestly, what we want to see, since basically our resistance lines are right here and probably right here. So if we break out above this, we kind of just want to see it do this and just continue higher. So we don't want to, we could get out right up here. That's what we're looking for, but I was being conservative, took it right back there. So that's the reasoning for the target placement. That worked out well. Just wanted to clean that a little bit. Let me get rid of some of these lines and set this up again. What's my time looking like? I have 10 minutes to go. All right, here we go. Delete, delete, delete. So let's see if we can get another trade in here. Nice volume on this candle with that just a perfect bull trap. Let's see if we can get some inside days. We still are bullish, Momo, so let's just kind of watch for a breakout. So this is our main move, our two inside candles. Let's see what day 3 does. We do break down and we go short. So our volume's increasing. We could try a short. It did not work out well last time, but we could try to short this thing for a very quick little trade to basically, because we traded again. So because all we know is we are trading within these 2 lines, technically down to here. So you can move that, but that's the only data we have on this, and we are in a bearish Momo and we're not down. So we could try to short here, limit sell. We could try to have our stop here, stop. This fits our plan. Our target 1 would be right here because that's where we drew our resistance, our support, doesn't matter which side of the trade you're looking on. And target two. So let's see if this trade works. Oh, there we go. Filled with a pretty sweet hammer reaching our target. Honestly, probably would have wanted to cancel, but realistically, if you weren't around during the day to see it, this is a 7:30 candle. You set it up at the 9:40 candle, and then you got filled at the end of the day. So this is all going to depend on what tomorrow does. Breaks down. Okay, didn't hit our target. How annoying. There we go. So target 1 is filled on this at, that's basically an R. Let's see if we can keep moving to target 2. It's a little lower than I'd want it. I'd want it probably right at these wicks right here. That is kind of what I expect to see, honestly. So I was hoping for this to hit, if you want to move our stop right now anyway, let's move our stop to right here so we can't lose on this trade. New stop. All right, so the reason, what I was looking for is for RSI to hit 30, and then when RSI hits 30, I have to move my stop above break even. And since there's not a great spot right now for me to move it besides right here, I'll just be content with there. We did get out for half of our position at target 1, so this will be a winning trade no matter what happens, and we can take all right here. So let's see what happens. Just let it play out. This is looking like it's going to break out to the bullish side, but if we do break down, we'll stay in this. There we go. At this point, I'm going to leave it, honestly, because let me see. We did trade, so these purple lines are doing so well at support and resistance, and let's just move our stop to right above here. If we break above that, we'll be out for about half an hour win. That'll put us up on our full back trading here. There it is, we're out. So we didn't quite get down low enough to be wanting to take a bullish trade down here, but we did come right into our resistance for the basically 3rd time in a row. And we are just channeling, and we're playing this channel fairly well. So that was a 0.5R win. So we are up to 0.2 if we count that earnings loss as a loss. If not, we'd be up like almost 1.2 Rs or so at this point. So now we're looking for the bullish trade because we just bounced off this purple line, and we're going to look bullish for a second here. We can probably get in one more trade or so if it sets up for us, and then we'll be doing some more push-ups and jump squats and the like. So let's see here. Come on, give us a nice setup. We can't take anything right now to the bullish side because we haven't switched. And we got that candle. Oh man, so hold on. Let me see if I moved that stop too early. Just control Zing forever. Okay, I didn't. So I was just wondering if we did break down, I still would have got stopped out. So that was a good stop move for us last time. So just interesting to see. I always like to see how my stop moves, how they work if I get too aggressive with them. So that's just a nice retest. Unfortunately, we can't be getting in on that retest because we're still in a bearish Momo. So let's give it a couple candles. Switch for us. Oh, what the breakdown. We're back into that purple line, and we can delete this one. Back into that purple line, but we're not low enough to take a bull trade. We're breaking down. Maybe we'll see a lower low on this move. And if you do look at it though, using the daily, if we were able to use the daily here, we can see that we had a big bearish high wave candle right here, and then we did have a gap down. So we did have a retest gap, and we retested our retest gap once right here, and then we had our second retest right here. We still did not fill that gap though with that retest. So, well, yeah, exactly. You're kind of having to form the candles into a daily in your head right there. But let's see if we can go bullish on this thing down here, because I just don't want to short basically into an all-time low. So watch for this one. Didn't get low enough. Nothing's cooperating with me. Come on, something set up here. And again, that's what I mean. We're just kind of waiting for our plan to set up. We have these moving averages consolidating. This is kind of what you want to see for Momo, is for these two averages to consolidate together, and then we break out of those to the upside. So that's what we're watching for right here. And that looks good. We can't take it. All right, we can get in bullish. Yay. All right, so we kind of have a little bit of a head of a inverted head and shoulders here. Let's try to buy off this top of this hammer, and we'll put our stop right here. Stop. Limit. Buy. So we're just playing this based off of this hammer right here and this increasing bullish volume right here. Is this the opening day? Yeah, it's opening day. It kept moving up. We moved up into the end of the day. So if on this day, this is our opening candle, if we can get a little bit of a sell-off and then move up higher. Again, our target on that is going to be, we're going to kind of go for a big.
Let me help you.
This time we're going to go up to the resistance area that we were at. And let's see how this works out. This will be our last trade of this session. A couple more minutes to go. Target for all is right here. And can we get a good winner? I mean, yeah, if we got in, I guess so. So it hit that target very nicely. That candle, which I did say, hey, wish we could take that, looked great. And this is again where, hey, Momo, you would have gotten in right here at 31.70, and you would still be in for that nice winning trade. So doesn't always work, doesn't always get you in, but we did see where we wanted to get in. We saw why we wanted to get in. We saw the inverted head and shoulders. We saw the hammer. This big increasing volume is where we got out on our target, so that was perfect. There's lots of things that set up really nicely on that trade. It's just we weren't in it, so that kind of is what it is. Let's see, still have 2 minutes. All right, so what we'll do, that'll be it for that section of trading. So we'll do the workout now here. If you are new and you haven't popped over to this section for the RL Foundation, Sochi set up this awesome Memorial Day page for us. So if you guys haven't donated and you are able to donate, it would be greatly appreciated by the Leukemia and Lymphoma Foundation, by Jeremy, by everyone at Real Life Foundation for you to give. It is a great foundation. It helps you out, helps them out. It's just a great cause overall. So if you haven't given, you are able to check that out. Stop in there. Right now, let's see. We got a few mind games. We got three. We got some people participating. All right. So for us 3 participants, now it is time for let's see. Muscle gains. No, let's see. Just gains. I don't know. What do you call those? Body gains. I don't know. Is that weird? Sure. I don't know. Thinking on the spot. So let's go muscle gains. It's just gains. I like that better. We're going gains. Hashtag, I need one. Hashtag back trading marathon. Hashtag muscle gains. All right. Sweet. Let's do this workout, and then I believe we have special guest Dan the Man Jansen popping on for some back trading for you guys. So, all right, big muscles. I like that one, Sky. That's that's a good one. So let's see. Let's hop over here, get our timer set. I need a drink. I'm so thirsty. All right, stopwatch, reset. Everyone who isn't ready, let me turn this on real quick. So if you are new, I know some people came on new. Looks like John Alonzo might be back to do 400 push-ups. Let's see, where's my, there it is. All right, here we go. So here is what we're doing. It is back in focus. We are doing push-ups for 1 minute. We are doing jump squats for 1 minute. Those are the hardest, I think, by far. I almost die every time we do them. We're doing mountain climbers by 1 minute. We're doing Superman for 1 minute, and we're doing planks for 1 minute. If you have questions on those and don't know what they are, do a quick Google. We'll be starting in about 10 seconds here. So it'd be very quick Google. I can't type that fast. You guys have all seen me in the afternoon, and I'm trying to keep up with you guys, typing in your tickers all super fast. All right, sweet. So here we go. Pull up the stopwatch, pull up everything, get ready. Oh, my legs are tired just standing up. Here we go. And push-ups.
What? Probably colder under there, so they hit under there.
I did it. I got 59. I beat John Alonso. No big deal. All right, jump squats. Oh, my legs are on fire. Oh, I need jump squats. They're so hard. Oh. 15 seconds. Mountain climbers. Okay. Whew. Superman. Planks. Doing all kinds of shaking and walking around on that set. Ooh. How'd everyone do? Is everyone still with me? All right. Ugh, man, that was tough. Not not easy. We've only done a 20-minute workout today. There's plenty of rest. It's about how I work out at the gym though. Like I go, work out for 5 minutes, talk for half an hour, work out for another 5 minutes, talk for like 30 minutes. It's like it's a good regimen. So I guess that's why I'm so used to it. Like I mostly just sit on the machinery and talk. So do a quick couple sets, get a little swole so that I can take my coat off, and then I'm good. So I'm used to this kind of workout. What's up, Dan Jansen?
Dude, I get to the gym. I sit right on that bench press thing. I go on my Facebook profile, then I get off the machine and I just leave the gym. It's crazy.
Yeah, you get that profile pic. You spray
make sure
yourself with a little water. You
Yeah, you
splash
gotta
some on
get-
your face. You
You
got
gotta
my
get that
sweat
profile
on.
pic. Yeah, man. Dude, you guys are crushing it and loving it. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. How was your drive?
Yeah, it was. I mean, I left pretty early in the morning, so I was like, I'm like, I gotta get back in time. Can I make it? And then it was shaping up. I was like, yeah, man, I don't want to miss this. This is gonna be fun. So yeah,
Well, yeah, I'll
streamed you guys the entire drive.
dude, what a champ. You're such a beast. I would have just been listening to what Cool 105.
The soft jams for
family.
Yates.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, man.
man,
Well,
yeah,
I'll let you get into it.
Yeah, let's see if we can do a quick screen share. I think we're up and running. Awesome
All right.
team. Yeah, we got Doug KK, Rhea. We got who else? Who else is giving up like some of their free time? They could be out barbecuing. I know Yates is gonna grill some protein bars right after this. It's gonna be nuts. But all right. We got some.
They're smoking. They're smoking all day. They're smoking.
You
Get a
gotta
nice-
put them in the
nice
smoker.
flavor.
I heard they taste better that way. So I'm gonna do a something new that I've just been kind of workshopping. So this is brand new. I'm just gonna call it the 360 Momo for no reason. But basically, if you guys wanted to throw out a ticker, we'll go through it. I'll explain kind of what I'm looking for. Again, this is completely brand new. I mean, you might as well back trade and try to work in try to figure out some kind of new systems and just things to look at. So if any of you guys want to throw in a ticker, we could do that. Otherwise, I just got my random list over here that we could try to work on.
Let's hear some tickers. Come on.
We'll throw up
MVTA.
NVTA. Awesome. All right. So basically what this is what I've been looking at, and it's worked out pretty well, but I'm trying to catch some runners in the beginning of the day, right? So maybe not take a full 2 hours. Some of them I've been watching and they've been running pretty well. Based on the certain setups, there have been 2 hours, over 2 hours, like get some crazy moves. So what I've been looking for, what I've been doing is taking the hourly, going with extended hours, right? So let's say this is my screen early morning. I'll take this thing off, make it a little bit easier. So basically this line here is the extended hours in TradingView. So what I want to do is try to put it on the hourly, see when I can get like a good Momo switch right before the market opens, right? And then I'm waiting for some kind of selling candle on a 3-minute chart to kind of roll in, and then looking to take that one bullish, right? So that's the strategy. We're going to test it. I have actually traded it live before. It works pretty well when it does. I've seen it move, but again, just something. Yeah, you could go either way, but I'm typically looking for some kind of bullish run. Like if the market's down or whatever, I've reversed it. I've only taken it live with actual real money, with bullish trades for no reason. But let's go back to March. Let's go to a different year. Let's go to, just because I kind of remember mostly what happens this year. So we're on NVT. Let's go to a Thursday or whatever year that I clicked on. And I'll put it here, but we'll run it up to the next the next candle just so we can get back into extended hours. And again, we don't know if like here this entire pre-market didn't flip anything Momo, so it could be a while until we find something. But again, I'm just looking for something that flips like here. So that was actually a few days ago. All right, so we are in. All right, so we have a flip. If you guys want to try something short, we could try something short just based on this Momo. Again, we have to wait for this candle to close. I mean, yeah, we're just back testing, so it's all fun and games. But we have, all right. So we're still in bearish Momo, and I'm just trying to get. I gotta pause this thing. Shoot. All right. Well, we went too far. Let's see if we can go back. Nope. But we'll throw it to the 3 minute. So again, we went short on the hourly on the 3 minute. Is this the same day or data point unavailable?
Yeah,
right,
it's annoying because it's here on the 3 minute. It doesn't go back super far.
What if I switch to the 5?
It'll probably go back maybe a year, but I don't know if it even goes back that far.
I'll go a couple months. I mean, we did see the first one. It did flip. I mean, it would have worked out. So, but what I want to really figure out is the timing of it. But so far that was decent. Let's go to February of whatever day I clicked. And we'll put it right here. If I could. You're not going to give me a Momo? Let's do a quick restart on this. Bar replay. There we go. All right. So we're here. Let's work this up. Get back to the hourly chart, and let's see if we get some kind of signal to reverse for us in the hourly extended. And I got to be aware of the time frame. So the last one, it would have worked. And again, that was a relatively large bar that happened. So now it's just really coming into where can we set out entrance and stops to take advantage of that little bit longer time frame. Doug says it worked. It did, but I was too slow. All right, so right now, and I kind of also like the RSI when I do it. So I'm watching the RSI as well when I get in. Not so much on the hourly chart, but when I switch it over to the 5 minute, I want the Momo to be extended in the opposite direction of what I want to take it in. So what time frame is this? All right, we're getting close to the open. I'll see if I can get one more candle out. Probably not. So let me see if I can switch it to the 5 at least. Okay, I can. Awesome. All right, so we know we're short on the Momo. That's going to be a long signal, but again, this is the 5 minute. So what I want to really do is just kind of wait. This is all still pre-market. My intention is to go short. So I still want to go short just because the longer time frame is switched during the hourly to a short. I'm still pre-market at this point. Where's my first candle? All right. And even though we have this, and we don't really have a significant, because it's not open yet, so we don't really know. But right now, how I'd be setting my trade on this is I want to go back to put some kind of stop in just to eyeball it pre-market. Horizontal ray. So this was really the last pre-market candle. So I think I could probably go somewhere here. It would just be a rough stop idea for this trade. Let's put a stop in. And for right now, again, pre-market's still going on, but I'm looking for some kind of breakdown here. We could also look for some kind of a retest, which might be better. Let's see if we can get a retest to here. But again, I want to go bearish with that trade. So let's say that's my entrance. That's my stop. We could probably move that stop up a little bit just to avoid getting stopped on the trade. But so this is a bearish entry. Again, so I want to go bearish on the trade just because Momo, without even seeing, I didn't even scroll back to see the rest of the chart, but I know Momo flipped during this hourly period. Let's take our stop up just a little bit further. So 53.44 with 52.12. Let's see if we get triggered. Let's see if Momo, and then we'll just kind of see where our targets have to be on this trade. All All right, still all pre-market at this point. All right, so that's our first live candle. So we actually got triggered in at open on this candle, catching it off that previous support. So now we needed to go down. Let's see where I had another screen with my sheet set up. All right, let's go roughly. No, I had a sheet. There it is. All right, so entrance on the trade is 52.12. Stop on the trade is 53.44. And based on how it moves, I mean, I don't really need it to run that much. Like it's a quick opening candle play. So if I could get 0.8 Rs, I mean, that's awesome. If I could get 1.2, that's even better. So really striving for 1.2. However, 49, 48. So that's going to be target 2. Just to get a rough idea. Again, just kind of worksheeting this whole thing. Coordinates. What I say? So 49, 48. Just to see where we get to on it. And let's do one more, which is target of $50.80. That's going to be our 1R target. Just to get a rough idea of where we're at. Again, this candle has to close, but if this closed like this, so we did get triggered in, I'd want to move my stops down relatively soon because it is an opening play. And again, it would just be lose very small or try to hit something out of the gate. And again, I don't think we're playing any gaps, like major gaps or anything like that. But we're seeing where the next kind of pivot comes in. Seeing if we're able to lower our stops down a little bit. Did it hit target? This was target, right? Yep. So we actually did. We would have got to about 1.2, but let's see if I could just run it for moving my stops down a little bit. See how long it holds. You really want the movement relatively quick out of the gate. All right, so it's coming back in. For me personally, again, this was 1R target, so like just throwing it down there would have been at least take something at the 1R target that early in the morning. I didn't even see we hit targets; it just kind of moved. Let's see if we can get another fade or if this is going to move higher. But so far it would have worked for that 1R, which is nice. And again, when I've back tested this, but when I've seen it live, as is the first time I'm ever back testing this, I've seen it move relatively nicely for at least a quick target, but I've seen some nice moves where you could get like just the runners all day. All right, so we finally did get some kind of pivot in. It would have taken us a while to do so, but if we were patient, we would have got one. And let's say now we're moving our stops down a little bit. Just really trying to hit that 2R target on it. All right, we needed to move a little bit further down. I think we have 49.58. Behind the scenes, that's genius. I'm just working. I mean, but you can use back trading for anything. So again, like I would normally come on, do my back trading deal that I'll do that I normally look for, but I also kind of want to workshop something a little bit new in. And just to see how it kind of plays out. So like literally this is the first time I'm back trading it. I've seen it in the market. I've followed it. I've just an idea that I had. I was like, why don't we just use like an hourly Momo and then just find a good spot. All right, so let's see. I think somebody's not on mute. Just FYI.
Yeah, I could.
Is it possibly Yates? All right, so let's see. Still just consolidating. That's probably about an hour and a half roughly there at that point. But right now the trade's still working. We do have another spot we can move our stops to. So on this one, I'm going to move it down to. We've been in this trade for a while. We might as well just move it down to this new pivot, roughly around here. And if we get stopped, we get stopped. Most likely we do. So all right, so we got stopped. We'll keep looking, and that's the end of the day too. So we would have got, if we held in long enough, we wouldn't have quite made that target. We would have missed it by, where'd this get down to? We would have missed it by 10 cents. All right. There was another ticker in this thing. Let's do Docu. Let's check out Docu. And let's pick a rando date. Obviously, I got to keep it this year sometime. You know, we're learning together. We can't just switch around, I guess. All right. This is the day. I have zero idea what happens after this. So let's start there. Let's work it up on the hourly chart too. Yep. So this is the beginning of the day. Cool. Let's get into the next extended hour time frame and see what happens. But so far, yeah, you know what, Yates, you better hop out gun because if I do it again, I mean, right now it's looking good, but I don't want to mess up. I don't want to jinx myself here. So we'll see. We have what time frame right now? This is 1900. But like when I'm like, I would love to backtest and just see things work all the time. However, I actually love when things lose because that helps me to adjust my entry stops, all that stuff. All right, so what time frame do we have now? This is 9 a.m. So we're not going to get a full another candle out of this. Was that open? That was the last one, huh? All right. All right, so let's see. But there was no, actually, you know what? There was no symbol in that time frame anyway, so that's all good. Can't tell if it's a workout, excitement from brand new strategy. I know. Bring on that brand new strategy, the new hotness. Let's do it.
So that new.
That new on the Momo. All right, so I'm trying not to avoid this, but actually we have to wait for a signal to come in anyway, so we can just actually keep on running it until we get something. Doug KK is giving us those symbols that don't ever change, but that's cool. I'll take it. And like that was the last one was the first one. Like I've put some real money into it just to see what happens, like live in the market. And I've had ones where I picked out like it was like 4 or 5 stocks. I just went down my list and just see what was pushing, and I think it was like 4 out of 5 worked, which was awesome. And then the one that didn't work, it did work eventually. That's why I want to use the RSI as well. But all right, so we have a short here. So my intent is to go short, and I'm going to just flip it over to a 5-minute. Let's see where we could get in short. So on the hourly, again, this bar does have to close on the hourly, and I'm probably not going to flip back and forth just to see if it stays that way. But just because I don't want to put it on and then the next bar candle opens. So let's see where the next spot would be where we could probably take this thing short. And I don't know, again, if it's going to work. It looks like we are gapping down, but let's see if we can catch it right here as our entry. Trying to catch some kind of pullback at the open. Templates. This is a bearish entry. All right, let's do one where we put our stops. I guess we'll have to put our stops up here. It feels like that's kind of wide, but let's go with it. Let's just try not to lose an R. So stop. And where's my price target? So let's see if we do take this, if we get triggered. No idea if we do. This is 262.39. And let's take it for 266.70. 266.70. All right. So it's about a $4.30 stop, something like that. All right. Let's see how it plays out. We're on the 5-minute. All looks good that way. And we'll see if we get triggered in at the market open. And I might have been able to take it up here too. I'm not sure if I should have put it there. Again, just workshopping it. But let's see. The reason I picked this spot is just because that meets up with this lower pivot here. It is a gap down. I'm just trying to catch hopefully some kind of bullish move out of the gate. And doesn't look like so far I'll be triggered. We'll keep the order open for a little bit. See if it comes up to grab us. It's getting exciting. I know it's moving. It's got a lot of work to do to get up there. That's for sure. So that we might just get missed on this trade. for every trade we miss, Yates has to do another 50 push-ups. So it's all right. So at this point, I'd probably just cancel my order. So basically, I wanted this to come up, pop up, get us. So we're just out of pure curiosity, where did this trade run to? And again, if we don't get triggered into trades, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Again, the hourly Momo went off. Trying to wait for some kind of retest was the right move. I wanted it about a few dollars higher, maybe like $2 higher, something like that, $2 or $3 higher. So let's see, that was a gap down, noted. Cool. We tried to catch it off this pivot up here, trying to get some kind of bullish move. Nothing quite came in yet. So let's switch back to the hourly. Let's see if we get another one. Let's let this one play out. At this point, I'll just be like, yeah, I missed it. I missed it. Let's look for another setup. All right. So we're back into pre-market again. We need some kind of signal to, at this point, it would have to flip bullish. So we want to go bullish on the trade if we get it in. Just pure sinkage all day. What a miss. Oof, brutal. Brutes McGoots. Can I speed this along a little quicker? Every 1 second. It's going to be a heart attack mode. Okay, cool. Awesome. So we now have, we'll let it run because there's no signals yet. The Bears came in strong with this one. I know. This happened to me last time I was doing the back trading too. I was like, yeah, no, I want to go bullish on the stock or whatever. And then all my trades that day were just bearish. I'm like, oh, all right. All right. So we do have a new symbol, new Momo. Again, not sure if it's going to hold. I'm going to switch it over now just to avoid. I think we can get another candle out there. Let's see if this candle holds. All right. So it did hold. Now let's switch over to the. Can I get one more candle to speed things along? I think I can. No, let's not play with fire here. All right, so we want to go long. We're gonna try to find a spot where we could enter long. Right. So I'm gonna try this one over here. I'm gonna take it off this pivot from back here. So let's see if we do this pivot would be our bullish entry. And if it changes pre-market, then I'm gonna adjust my entire setup. But for right now, let's try this and I'll figure out the numbers later. If we get triggered into the trade, just to save some time, let's go below this point, just roughly at this point. And again, as market comes into an open, if we want to adjust it based on what happens in the next few minutes on pre-market, we'll see what happens. Getting some wild gaps. I wouldn't set the order up pre-market. Again, I'm waiting for the market to open. All right, so now the market's open. We probably would be triggered in on that official first candle. So let's see. So far, we're surviving. This one feels wrong for some reason. I think we might have got stopped right there. It's either we got stopped or saved to the penny. I think we got stopped. Stopped to the penny on that one. All right, so that didn't work. Let's see what happens for the remainder of the day. I'm getting some calls coming in. All right, so relatively flat. All right, it will be back to our entrance again. And if I was to draw the numbers up just to see how this would run up where 2R target is, just so I have an idea. 2R target would be 258.08 based off of this. That might be a wide move. 258.08. So right here would have been 2R targets. Again, I would have got stopped. Looks like to the penny on this one. People wanting to DJ their barbecues. Yeah, not today. Just I get one day, and this is it. All right, so this is my target, and then I'm coming into 1R target of 253.77. 253.77. For some reason, this doesn't feel like this math is working out. 253.77. Yeah, so that's 1 hour. Okay. No, something does not feel right about that. Maybe just the way it looks. 253. Yeah, it kind of looks a little bit better here. Is that just me? I don't know. Yeah, maybe I got a 4-hour target in? No, I don't know. Let me put the numbers in a different. Maybe I mess with the formula on that one. I'm like, yeah, it's like you have to wait $5 for a 1 hour to come in, and then 12 cents, and you hit 3 hours. You're like, what? Wait a minute. 266.70. All right. It's the same numbers. That is, but it just looks weird, I guess. I don't know.
Use
All
the
right, so
use the little R tool on it. The over there to the left to go long. Put it on top. Down 2, down 1. There you go. Click that.
This one?
1 up.
This one?
There you go. Yeah. Now just go over there, click on it, and then just position. It'll tell us. You just have to adjust the. You pull on those little white dots.
Let me see if I can get this dot up here.
Okay.
All right, so somewhere up there, this was my entry.
You just, yeah, there you go.
Right here, and this was my stop.
It's like 3.5 hour.
How is that possible? I don't get it. I don't know. I got to look at the sheet again. But all right, so I'm just shooting for 3 hours all day. You know?
Maybe that's the thing. Like, yeah, just go for home runs.
I don't know. I must have changed the formula around or something. All right, so and again, we would have got stopped to the penny on this one, but let's see. Is that 7 hours? I don't know. All right, we'll run it. We'll just go to a brand new ticker just because now I got a bunch of lines on my chart. And let me remove this. All right, cool. So we would have got triggered a second time. And most likely probably a stop. We were going long on this one, right? Yeah. Man, that's a Brutes Magoots. I also want to just kind of review where that stop was, making sure it's in the correct place as well. Where's RSI when I took this trade? So RSI was relatively at the open, relatively low still. So yeah, probably would have been a setup I would have taken. Maybe stop just a little too tight. All right, let's put it back on the hourly. Let's run it up one more time. Let's pick a different symbol altogether. Let's do Disney, just because why not? I have less bars on this one. Let's pick a random date. Let's go with, first of all, let's do this. All right, random date generator, 17th. All right, so the 17th, this is pre-market. We'll see what happens on the hourly chart. Pre-market, and we'll see if we can get a symbol. We'll run it up again. So far we had one that worked, one that did not work. So 50%. And the other one, it got pretty close. It was just stopped us literally to the penny. So far, nothing changing. All right, let's speed this up a little bit. Yeah. I've traded this exact one 20 times before I hopped on the mic. You guys think I was driving? I mean, come on. All right, so we did get a long. Let's just see. Again, we're pushing into here. However, with this long on the hourly, our RSI is probably a little high, but let's see where we get it on the 15-minute. So we're still pretty high on this. You really want to see this come all the way down now. So I still want long just because we're in that long category. RSI is still very high for me. And when I take the trade, I want some kind of pullback. RSI get low on an 1 hour indicator. I'm getting 4 hours. Wait, do we move into pre-market? Oh, we're still in pre-market. Okay. So nothing open as of yet. My direction solely bullish, solely based on the 1 hour indicator. And I'm going to wait for some kind of pullback. Let's see what happens. Still pre-market. We got a full hour. Speed this thing along. No, didn't open yet. Still pre-marketing. Man, this is a straight runner. So straight running pre-market. Interesting day that I chose. And here's RSI coming down, right? So that's our first candle. We'd probably want to try to get it here. We do have RSI low. I'm buying into absolute weakness at the open. However, it is one that kind of ran. So maybe we set something up like this. Bullish entry. Let's throw a stop in below this pivot. Last trade, make it count. Let's see what we get. Let's see what the market gods want to happen on this one. But I would do something like that as a stop. Again, bullish is the direction, pre-market hourly. Did I get triggered in? This might cost you some push-ups, Yates. Oh, you got to be kidding me to the penny. We'll see if we still got some time. All right, so now we're triggered. Yates don't have to do any push-ups. He's going to do them anyway, so. All right, so still kind of coming down a little bit. We could move our stops most likely, but I'm just going to be very patient with it just until we get either stopped out or break above our initial entry. Coming down, rapid fire. Let's see if we hold. Or if we come down to the penny again. We got stopped. No bueno. Let me just go back to the hourly, make sure that the hourly stayed on the full time. Yep, we did. And then we got another switch. So maybe we'll take something to an account there. So again, just a workshop, 50 push-ups. Whew. I gotta order my protein bars in. I gotta order some proteins. So yeah, again, just new strategy we're working on. I'm personally working on. Like I said, I've traded this one a few times. There was like days where like I picked 5 and like 4 ran and 1 would have worked like 3 p.m. Eastern. So, but what I really want to do is on the 3-minute chart is my entries. However, back trading is not letting me get to that point yet. So if really what I want to do is plan it on the hourly where I would get in and then take it off a 3-minute support and try to push it in that direction. So, and the other thing is what I want to wait for is that RSI to be extremely low, specifically not when the market opens, but specifically when, so like if I have my hourly here and I get triggered in, I want my 3-minute to come down pre-market to set my entries. That's just how I've been doing it. So like even here on my 3-minute, did it let me go? I guess it did. So 3-minute, we ran up. Our RSI was probably much higher than I wanted. I wanted some kind of more of a pullback for me to get into my entries. We did wait here. So where we put it in, it was relatively low. Looks like we got some kind of divergence coming in, major divergence. I wouldn't be surprised if we do get some kind of turn, but yeah. All right, cool. Sounds good.
Nice, man. That was awesome. Good to see. I like the new strategy, and it does help people just see how strategies are tested too in real time. Like this is how you think of a new strategy, develop a new strategy, test a new strategy, and then implement it live on the mic in the next trading room. So yeah, no, this is awesome.
Sounds good, man.
All right, buddy. Thanks for coming on.
Are you getting right into a workout, or are you doing a back trading?
Yeah, it's workout time right now. So yeah, we are getting after it. We got one more workout, one more back trading session, and then one more workout, and we're done for the day. Off to do whatever these fine people want to do for their Memorial Day. So
awesome, man. You're killing it. Appreciate it. Also, thank you to all the veterans, all the people that served. I mean, honestly, I would not be able to sit here back test any new strategy without you guys. So I appreciate you each and every day. You guys are absolutely incredible. And I'll catch you guys in the live trade week. See you guys later.
See you, Dan.
Take it easy, Yates. Killing it, man. Killing it.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
All right, later.
All right, guys. Awesome. So one more trade block down. So now we have our workout time. So let's get right into it. I'll get everything going for it. Just once again, if you are new, I don't know if anyone is. I don't think anyone is. Here is our workout. We have push-ups for 1 minute, jump squats for 1 minute, mountain climbers for 1 minute, Superman for 1 minute, planks for 1 minute. So we're going to get into that right now. Do as many as you can. This is our second to last one. On the last one, you're going to push so hard that your Memorial Day is going to be spent in bed after that. I think so, but not yet. So, all right, let me unshare. Yes, me stopwatch there. All right, so you guys can see my stopwatch now. Let's get going. And 5 minutes. Push-ups. Time to go. Jump squats. Oh, the worst ones. I did 52. Nice work, John. Way to crush it. I need jump squats. These are almost killing me. All right. Mountain climbers. That was rough. I don't know how many I did. Ooh, Superman. Ooh, I'm feeling that in my obliques. Planks. 60 seconds. Ooh, brutal. How'd you guys do? Is it getting harder? Still alive. Well, we'll see. We'll see if we can change that on the last set, right, Sky? Ready to hit the gym now. Man, I would die. What a beast you are, Ross. Oh. All right, let's see. Let's do this. It is, I mean, I've been done with these since last July, but it's interesting to see. I mean, you do still take a 30-minute break in between, but your muscles still fatigue quite a bit, and they don't recover completely. So you still get you get all that lactic acid built up too. So it gets tough for sure. All right, so last back training stretch right here. So let's do this one last time. If you have not already gone into the RL Foundation and donated, there is the link. Be greatly appreciated if you did. Again, for all the veterans, all the people who gave their life for this country so that we could be here on this day, doing push-ups, working on a computer every single day. We greatly appreciate it. All the fallen heroes definitely kept in my prayers of the community today. So just want to keep them in our thoughts today. So check out this foundation. Thanks for, yeah, man, have a good day. Thanks for joining us, Ross. Thanks for crushing it. Appreciate you being here, man. Have an awesome Memorial Day. So there's the link if you guys want to check it out. One last one. Want to hop over to Real Life Trading Slack, throw in any kind of gains with a Z. You can say anything you want, throw it in there. And so that people know, I mean, there's like 14 of us who have stuck the whole time out. You guys are all beasts. I love it. Awesome job. Yeah, there's 12 of us here. So you gave up your Saturday, no, it's not Saturday. What am I talking about? You gave up your Monday morning, your day off to be here and to work out, to learn more about trading, to hone your craft. And that means a lot. You guys are in the 1% because of that. You guys are putting forward all the effort you can, and that puts you above most every other person out there. So I applaud all your efforts greatly today. Awesome work, awesome job. UFO confirmed is what we're seeing from Uday. All right, well, I'll watch that later, but that's funny. All right, perfect. So the last one I want to do is a day trading strategy that I've had for a little while. I don't trade it consistently every day. I just kind of want to keep in my arsenal I watch for. And so we'll back trade that one just because I always like to practice it. I do back trade it on a near daily basis. I do back trade this strategy, and it's very simple. It's one of the reasons I like it. And it can be used on usually a small number of stocks is what I use it on. So it works on any tech stock though. I think I use it on Square, INTC, AMD. Sometimes it doesn't work as well on AMD, and Twitter I sometimes use it on. Sometimes I use it on Starbucks too. But we can try out any ticker out there. So throw me a tech ticker, and let's see how we do on this strategy. Let's see a ticker. Not everyone all at once. Square. All right. No, I love some Square. So let's do that. AKAM, I like that one as well. And Snap too, but actually, Dan's our Snap guy. Dan loves Snap, so I don't want to take away his ticker from him. So let's see. Let's go. I wonder how far back we can go with the 2 minute. Probably not super far. That is the one annoying part about this back trading, this strategy is like, oh, it's 2 minutes and trading view lets you go. I got a month back. It's kind of frustrating. Where are we at here? April 28th. We could go farther than that, I bet. See if we can get into March. It doesn't matter if we've seen kind of the data too far back. Okay, neat. Let's see. Let's just go to here. All right. Uh-oh, sorry, wrong one. Kind of drained after all that, so let's see how this goes. So the basics of this strategy, there's 2 moving averages on the screen. As you can see, I do like to switch on and off the pre-market and post-market, but when you're back trading, you can't do that. So we're not going to today. We're just going to leave it off. And this is the 105, and this is the 20 EMA on both of those. I think this is an EMA. Yes. Oh, it says right there. Yeah, so EMA 105, EMA 20 are my 2 moving averages on it. So basically, it's very simple. If the 20 is above the 105, we're taking bullish trades. If the 20 is below the 105, we're taking bearish trades. Very simple start to the strategy. I like to have those kind of in place to tell me which direction to be playing a trade. Not necessarily tell me, because oftentimes I like trading without candles. I was going to do a whole session just without any moving averages, but I do want to go through this strategy quickly for this half an hour. I don't think I started the clock. I didn't. All right, start. So I do want to go through this strategy, but it limits you in what you can take, so that you can't just say, oh, I want to take every trade out there, because lots of times you can see good setups. So based on the data, what we're looking at is we can take any direction bullish. We just want to see a good setup. I do like to see, one of the things I look for is to see these consolidate, kind of how they did right in here. So see this break above, some consolidation with some good candles. This was an awesome trade right here with this hammer, taking a breakout above that after these consolidate. I like to see that. The one other thing I look for is when did this open? Oh, interesting. So I like to see a run up. There's not one just clearly visible here that I can show you guys. Let's see. There's a run down.
Everywhere.
7:30.
Yeah. There's so many.
I'm in mountain time as well, so.
Right, Amelia? Yeah, you got one? You have any? You see any other ones?
Well, sorry, let me try to find it. I just want to find this real quick to show you the other strategy I'm looking for. Here it is. So in this trade, it didn't necessarily work here. This is what I'm looking for. So we gap up. We have a quick run up. So there's really, I mean, this actually would have been a good trade, taking this hammer trade. But just pretend we're looking at we started looking after the hammer trade. So we run up nicely, then we move down into the 20 after a big move up. So we had our, we had our big move up, and we can see kind of the 20 is right around the 618 fib. Doesn't matter. I don't use fibs a lot, but I know a lot of people do. It's also the high of this candle. So I look for it to move higher pretty fast, pretty quick, and then to pull into this 20. And that's where I'll start to look to go bullish on it again. So that'll basically be the wave 4 or 2, doesn't matter. And then I'll look for this next move up, and I'll get out at highs. So this one actually wouldn't have worked. I would have probably taken this trade right here on this high wave candle, and probably would have been stopped out on this candle right here. So it wouldn't have worked, but that is what you're looking for. Square actually does, those trades are pretty successful on Square overall. So I do really like that pattern. Although in the last 4 days or whatever data we just looked at, none of them worked. So let's dive into it. Those are the 2 patterns to watch for. Same exact thing works on the bearish side. So big run up. This one gapped up so much that Obviously on this candle, if we would have taken it, we would have been stopped out immediately. So if we just took this breakout, it's a bullish candle, so I wouldn't have. Say we took this breakout, we wouldn't have gotten in. So once it interacts with the 20, breaks down like that, then we're just kind of waiting, seeing if those averages can consolidate and get close to each other, kind of like we're doing right over here, and then we'll take some kind of breakout at that point. So let's see if we can get a couple more candles, some more data. We kind of want to get in a little bit lower here. And this is a strategy where if I don't get in, kind of like the what Tony was talking about, like I like to be pretty picky. So lots of times if I'll try to be setting this up, I just won't end up getting in because right now you can see we are making lower lows. I mean, lower highs and we're making higher lows. So this thing's kind of consolidating sideways. Let's keep those on there. We'll see what it does. Give it a couple more candles.
Got them all?
And I also
Oh, no,
don't trade this past 12 my time, which is 2 Eastern. So just something to watch for, just because a lot of the times your moves you could be over by then. But if we can't break up on this one, we'll try to buy some retest if we can break out of this a little bit and retest. And we're gonna have to be pretty quick on this. That's why we're on the 2 minute chart. So that's what we're looking for right there. Let's try to buy that retest. Let's just use one of these. And let's go for 2 hours on this. I don't think we'll get down that low. I don't like this tool just because all this stuff gets in the way. So it's really hard to see sometimes. But so we're buying right at the top of this candle. Pretty similar to what I was doing on our 130-minute chart that when we were just trading last thing. So let's see if we can get filled on that. And lots of times these will just consolidate. I'll get stopped out of this thing pretty quick, especially this kind of action. Right there, we're going to move our stop. This one, I don't have a time frame necessarily for us to move the stops, but we did just kind of throw in. Now we just need to break above this area. So let's put, that's where I should have had a target. I'm putting a target based on this point, this point, this point for a small amount, but since I kind of should have had it in earlier, that's a 1 hour target. I'll just put it in right there. See if we can pop up, take 50% right there, and the rest at our full target. And this is our stop. So I leave, but I'm just back here to myself. Pretty much all my lines are one color, and I just know what I'm doing. So sorry if I do that here. That resistance is nice. Let's see if we can break through that. Come on. There it is. Target 1 hit, and let's move our stop right below here. And this thing's just, I mean, we are super range bound. However, you can see that we did draw this triangle, and we did break out of it. We retested it pretty nicely with this Morningstar reversal-ish pattern. It's not quite a Morningstar reversal. Also, sorry if you're seeing me bounce around all the time in the video over here. That's because I don't have a chair in my office. I just have a ball, and so I'm constantly bouncing around on it, flopping around all times. So just so you guys don't think I'm completely insane. That's why. But yeah, so this one's actually looking decent. If we can break above here, let's see if we can get to our target on it. We are right now. We are in a winning trade no matter what. That's the kind of trade you want to be in. So we could walk away. That's a little high. Right there's 2R. We could walk away from this one, just kind of go to lunch, go work out, do whatever we want, go hang out with our kids, just kind of whatever, and wait for this one to work or not work. And if it doesn't work, we're still making half an hour on this trade because our stop is essentially break even. We've taken, wait, would be a quarter hour? No, it's one. Yeah, it's a half hour. We made a half hour of this trade. So let's see what it does. That's looking nice. Honestly, I might want to just take it right here. So because we're back trading, we can do things like this. So it's 30. Yeah, very range bound. So let's break this thing up. Let's target 2, target 3. Yeah. All right. See if we can hit them. And I'm going to leave the stop there for right now, unless we break above. If we break above this target 2, I'll move my stop up to 248.71. And there it is. Nice trade. No matter what, we're getting out with a nice win. There it is. All right, so that's figuring out the odds on that trade is kind of hard without a spreadsheet. And I generally don't back trade to the spreadsheet because mostly what I'm looking at is candles, levels. I'm looking at, let's get rid of these. I don't know why those have been there the whole time. Sorry. Just so we can see what crypto's doing. It's all day, every day, just watching the cryptos, watching dot go up. So what we're watching is just candles. We're watching levels, support, resistance. So the reason I put that target here is just because if we did fail here, we got out a little bit more. I would have just split that. We were already out of half of our whole position. So we got out of half at target 1. We got out of another half of the half, which is a quarter. And then at target 2, the rest at target 3. So not quite a large trade. I'd probably be like, I don't know, 1.5. Would it be less than 1.5? Maybe. But either way, good solid trade. The setup works really well. Square 1.3441. Exactly that. What Doug said, nailed it. I mean, that's a solid win because lots of times what I'm hoping for anyway is about that 1.3, 1.4 win when I'm just setting up. So like I'll set up my targets. Sorry, wrong one. I'll set up my target at like 1.25 is kind of my minimum target. So that's the kind of like risk reward I like. So if you make that on a 2-hour trade just by taking partials, and we knew we had a winning trade, like just a few minutes into that trade.
Okay.
Once we were able to move our stop up below this candle. So I don't know, 40 minutes into the trade, we were just winning for sure on that trade, which is a great feeling. So you can walk away and do whatever you want. So that trade worked out really well. I do like the strategy a lot. Let's keep going, see what it does. Usually after nice big bullish days too, it's a little bit trickier, but we can see it working out exactly like we wanted. These consolidated a little bit. We broke out. It just moved higher. And if you're looking at it on a more compressed spike, it looks like we didn't move at all, right? Like we had our huge move here, we just moved sideways. But we made, if we didn't take partials, we made a nice 2-hour trade in this range. So just perspective is an interesting thing because when you do this, it looks like we moved a lot. Don't know what that has to do with anything. Just kind of interesting. So, all right, let's see. Let's get to the next day. It is 12 o'clock. So we want to get to 13 o'clock. Oh my gosh. Boy, did we exit early. Look at that freaking run. Man, oh man. Looks nice. I mean, wait, is this the next day? No, it's not. Weird. What is that is interesting. So we had a gap up at 12:40. So 40 Eastern out of this consolidation we ran. That's some kind of news of that. Look at this volume too. In the middle of the day. When was this? Wasn't the recent bank announcement? I don't know what this was. I was not trading this day and I haven't back traded this day before. So that's interesting. Huge move there. Honestly, I wouldn't. This is pretty standard for like for this move right here when we have a big run up, big run down, and then we just kind of move like that to the day. Like that is kind of a good target if you're having a target of the high of the day when we run up and run down like that, break the low. But yeah, this epic. I would never have taken it. So someone in the world did and made a lot of money. So we're almost to our new day right here. That is our new candle. 14 o'clock. There we are, new candle. So this is going to be interesting actually playing this one because we're so extended. Even if we zoom out on this, we did consolidate really nice. So we're kind of breaking out. So fractalization looks sort of similar. This pattern right here looks kind of similar. This thing and this, well, I'm a good drawer, looks similar to kind of what's happening in this entire area right here. with this and this. So just something I like to see, just kind of draw fractalizations all across everywhere. Big bullish candle. We had that's a retest gap. We're not going to take anything. We're going to look for some kind of retest on this to buy it lower. So we're just going to watch it for a little bit, see if we can run down into that 20. There it is. And since we had such a big bullish afternoon with huge volume, I'm going to be patient on this trade because we did just make 344,421. Sorry, excuse me. R's on that last trade, which if we're just talking all of our back trading everything, I think that puts us up. Actually didn't write one trade down. 0.2 that we made one. This is up about 2.5 R's, I think. I could be wrong. I did a bad job about my tracking for the last 2 trades. I got distracted. Anyway, it puts us up, so we're winning. So I'm going to be a little more conservative. I don't want to go into the red if this is kind of my month, because I'm just treating this whole session like these are my swing trades, these are my day trades. I want to stay green on the month. I don't want to go from green to red. So we're going to be a little bit more conservative on this one. Honestly, I would like it sorted down in here a little bit better. Where these moving averages are really far away, so I'm watching that. So as we're closing those moving averages, we did get that retest. That's exactly what we're looking for. If we're playing RSI, it is still fairly high. We're still at 40. We're still really high. So I would want to see another move lower or some sideways consolidation on this. Doesn't mean we'll get it. That's a nice candle right there. So if we get another retest, we don't make a lower low, that's where we'll look to enter. And we did no lower low, but so this is where we're going to look to enter because I literally just said this. So let's see if we can get an inside candle. We didn't. Yeah, let's so I would have liked this trade a little bit better if this wick had broken this low. This wasn't a huge bullish volume candle. This was a little bigger, but all these bulls did get trapped by this candle. We didn't quite break below though. So I would have liked it a little better if we came down, touched this 105. That would have been nice. However, we are up on the month. We're up on the day. Well, no, this is our day. We're up on just a month. So we could set this trade up right here. Stop.
I'm scared.
Bring it by. And
Yeah, go. Go.
So we can set that trade up. I like. Let's give it a candle. So what I was going to say is I like probably buying this lower. Honestly, is trying to be the trap again. I'm just a more like I like to buy low. So lots of times I'll just say, I want to buy lower, and because of that, I get skipped some more than others, obviously, who would set up this trade just super readily. But part of the reason why I was saying that is we didn't make a lower low with this. Our RSI didn't get super low. We did get one. So we got our A, B, C, or a 1, 2, 3, but 3 didn't actually turn out to break, so that can't be our count. So this is some kind of we're in some kind of probably wave 4 on the bigger picture right now. So that means we're probably going to chop a little bit, and so that's why I want to buy it lower. And our target, I'm just going to put it right up here. I don't need to see a high a day. I'm going to take everything right there for a nice like 1.6 maybe. 0.54, close to 1.6. So let's see if it works. Play it out, give it a couple candles. It does not work, and we did get stopped out, but we probably will, right? We didn't. All right, what a stop placement. Super lucky. We were low 253.40. Our stop was 0.34. Nice 6 penny miss. There we go. So we could move our stop 6 pennies if we want. And I mean, I actually like that. I did say I wanted to buy that lower. Honestly, I probably should have just tried to be the trap right here. So essentially just put our limit buy right below this candle, and that would have been perfect, kind of like I was talking about, that was a little aggressive. However, it worked out, and we learned something that, hey, when you are this extended, because this is kind of the main reason too, like when you're this extended and you've just been going straight up, try to buy as low as you can. And this necessarily wasn't buying as low as I can. It was more like I didn't want to miss this run because this was setting up nicely. So we can extrapolate from that kind of on our next trades. This candle is exactly what I was looking for. I said this I wanted this to break down below this candle. It didn't. This candle did. That's exactly what I'm looking for. So we are now in the trade that we essentially want to be in, just not quite as good a position, but definitely could work out. So give it a few or a bunch of candles. I want to break above here. I'll move my stop right here. Actually, I will anyway, because I don't want it to break below that. So put my stop right here, new stop below there. And hopefully we can break above. Part of me wants to take a partial just because we are so high on this thing. We have a big stop on it too. So I think I'd just be patient, probably walk away at this point and be like, well, we either make 1.54 or we lose 0.3. And looks like it'll be the latter. However, if I'm still around, I'm going to move my stop right there. I knew we should have put a target right here. I almost said it. So we're big. I mean, if you look at, that was too hard to see because it's not level. So we're basically doing the exact same thing we did on this last trade. We're just slowly moving up. So we don't want to trail our stop too aggressively and just get stopped out on one of these, because our trend line here is kind of, I mean, it's something like this. But if we had moved our stop super aggressively, obviously you stopped out there, but it's holding this line so far. So I don't want to put it here, get stopped out, and have it continue to run, because it's only 9:30/11:30 Eastern. So we're going to want to push that out to as long as we can. We got to be real patient with this trade. It's moving sideways. And the worst thing that happens is we lose like 0.1 R and it runs to our target. I mean, that's kind of worst case scenario, is getting trailed out and having it be a good trade. So let's just play this out until I get trailed out. Still not yet. This one will. Nope. I mean, just trail us out, guys. Come on. I mean, if we break above here, I do like this though. So we did break this trend line that I was just talking about. So if we had our stop right here, we'd be out. So let's see if that would have been the right decision on this trade. Obviously, your plan kind of tells you what to do. And we're basically, my plan on this one is kind of just watch the candles, play the candles, play the volume. We did get some increasing volume on this little candle here, which is interesting. We took it out and immediately came back. Nothing super crazy on it. Oh, I thought we were going to make it up. So at this point, what I'm doing is I'm putting a target right here. I'm putting a target right here. As I'm doing that, again, we're just moving sideways. Like I said, we generally don't do this in the afternoon. Generally, we just kind of do this in the afternoon. So we're just looking for it to come back up a little bit, make us like point. I guess it goes up to both of these, like almost 0.7 R or so. We'll see though. I think we get trailed out of this trade, honestly. But I mean, actually, we'd be stopped out. There it is. Boy, that took a while. I would. This trade too, I mean, this seems like an eternity when we're back trading it, just clicking buttons and speeding through the future. That was 2 hours of your time if you were actually watching that thing, of like, oh, I'm almost out. Oh, I'm good. Oh, I'm almost out. Oh, I'm good. So that's why I don't like to watch these trades necessarily for 2 hours of like that kind of boring, ridiculous action, only for me to lose 0.1 on the day and just go, oh, I lost on the trade. That was my trade for the day. So walking away from your trades definitely helps, because you probably, if you were there, you would have just tried to move your stop all the time, and yeah, wouldn't have been quite as good. But we did know that we bought a little bit high, because if we bought where we should have, and we bought way down here off of this, we would have basically had a 2-hour trade almost immediately because our stop would have been, I mean, kind of arbitrary. Like say it's wide, like down here is $2 stop. Does that get 2-hour long position? It's close. Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't get to 2-hour. So we would have missed 2-hour by pennies and just gotten trailed out for a nice win. But that does help us in our trading, saying, hey, that setup that you said you wanted, wait for it. Be more patient, which is kind of what we're doing here. So trend line broke. We are going to probably chop nice and sideways all along. 12 o'clock, just kind of moving down. Our moving averages have switched right now, so we would want to. How about going down like 0.9 and becoming profitable yet to take it? Wait, how about going down like 0.9 and then becoming profitable to take it? You're probably referencing something I said a minute ago, so I actually am not sure the exact context of that. So if you want to restate or just come on the mic, and either way, and I'll answer your question, John. So our moving averages have switched, and we're not going to take a bearish trade at this point because it's 12 o'clock. So we're just going to kind of wait for the next day. But interesting look how, oh no, that's okay. We're good. Look how it follows this 20 super well. I mean, the 20 follows it technically, but it does bounce off this 20 really well. So if you're moving your stop along it, that's definitely how I move my stops. If we're making a big move, you can move your stops up with this 20, and that's a good way to trail. So just a side note, this is going to get interesting. So we're in a super bullish trend the last, what is it, like 3 days? No, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Last 4 days, really bullish. We moved 9% of the stock, which is good. And now we're retesting that level somewhere. So if we retest down into here, could be a good target. So if we're playing the bearish trade, which we are because the moving averages tell us that's all we can do, and I don't have a system of like you can use the RSI to do it down. I've been working on that, but I can't quite come up with a system that works quite as well as I want it to. Essentially, with hey, if RSI is really low, like take this candle breakout. It's more kind of what I was talking about with Tony is you want that 1, 2, 3 at least, and then you can start taking it, and that'll usually correspond with RSI a little bit. But I haven't worked out an exact plan for that yet. But I'm taking a bearish trade on this one, honestly, right around here. So increase in volume. So we moved down and we moved back up into this 20 EMA, just like I was talking about earlier. Yet we're taking the bearish side of things. So I don't necessarily love that setup, but it's not too bad. If we get another inside candle, so we get some kind of candle that's a little, yeah, take something at low a day, target 1. Yeah, all right. Well, I would have this trade open right now. I think we're probably just going to move bullish, but this trade, if we break down this higher volume bullish candle, or we break down this candle, I do like it. Let's move this up a little bit. All right, we're taking that breakdown, and we're above the gap. So if we fill the gap with our stop, we're slightly above it. The target's going to be 1 there, 2 right here. Template, stop. There it is. All right, let's see what we do. All right, never triggered in, going bullish, huge volume coming in. Honestly, right now, there's not a lot we can do. Watch for possible breakdown still. This trade is canceled, but I want to leave these on right now just to see if we set up and how we set up. So I want to, we're crossed. So technically I could take some kind of bullish trade at this point, which I would. I mean, the bear trade is gone. Nothing set up. It did not work out. we didn't get triggered in, which is good. So that's kind of what we're looking for. We're gonna want to buy some kind of retest on this. My 2 levels that I'm seeing on this are buying it right here. And I'm basically buying with kind of all this consolidation yesterday, and this kind of support zone is where my buy is right there. Limit buy. And then my other one, if we actually break down, I would want to kind of buy off the top of this candle here. So these are where I want to buy. So that's kind of how I look at a trade is, hey, those are my 2 buy limits. What do I think is my best probability of winning? Where's my best risk reward? Like how high do we have to go for me to get out for my 1.3R? So that's kind of how I look at that. But let's do, and I don't like to necessarily, so these are my 2 limit buys, right? So I put limit buy right there. And then I have like 57 seconds. All right. And then I don't want to have my stop where I would want to buy it. So I try to avoid that. Sometimes you kind of have to, or you just take it even more aggressive. So you could take like, I could take like a stop here, but if I'm blind buying, I'm not going to do that setup. I just don't have the trading style to blind buy with that type of stop and hope it does that and make like 3R. It's not my deal. So what I would do in this circumstances, I would just put my stop. Where's it drawing still? I would put my stop where my other limit would be. And if we get stopped out, we just try to get back in another trade. So stop, put it right there. Let's see, 57 seconds. Oh man. I like this. I like this setup. We're gonna go a couple seconds over because this hammer, this pullback past the 20, this hammer failure. Let's try this setup. See if we can get a nice win for the end or a nice loss. This one will go either way fairly quickly. And then we'll do some working out and we'll have our day. So, 31. Can we go out with a bang or a flop? It's a flop. All right. Let's see if we ever go higher. We did. We nailed it to the missed by a penny. How ridiculous. Again, did I call the lower level? Probably. Let's see. No, we didn't get down to my limit down here. Interesting. So that just kind of tells us, hey, on square during these days, be more patient than taking breakouts. Oftentimes the limit buys are better. I do like limit buys better than breakouts for the most part. So just picking like a candle, like, hey, this big bullish candle, let's try to buy a limit buy that. I know I wouldn't have in real life probably because you saw what I did. I wanted here, but this candle also. I had to buy here. That actually worked out well. So our original thing, if I didn't change it, would have worked out pretty nicely. Yeah, just interesting. So that is pretty much it for me for the back trading. We will do one more workout. I'll have probably nothing important to say afterwards, but let's do it. So stopwatch. Get it ready. All right, here we go. One last one. Is everyone ready? How many people are here? 9 people made it to the last part. All right. Rhea Sky, Doug, Sammy, Sylvan. Where are we at? And is it I don't know, Tage? I don't know how to pronounce that. My bad, man. Let's see. So all of us are here. Let's finish super strong. And John, I forgot you too. All right, last one. Ready for some sweat? No problem. How do you pronounce it? If you're here. Give me a phonetic spelling. We're just coming to the mic. Page. Got it. Okay, sweet. Now I know. All right, perfect. So let's do it. I got my American flag shirt on to get it. Let's do this thing. Start. All right, push-ups. 55. What'd you get, John? What'd you get, everybody? All right. Jump squats. Gross. I'm dead. Oh, I'm barely getting off the ground. Oh my God. Mountain climbers. Ooh. Superman. All right, finish strong. Last plank of the day. 60 seconds. Twenty seconds. Make them count. Ooh. Oh. Great. Woo. How are you guys feeling? Okay. All right. So that is it. That's it for me today. That's it for Back Training Marathon. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Rhea. Thanks everyone for coming out. Thanks for working hard this whole time. It was fun. I enjoyed it. We'll probably be doing another something like this on July 5th. That's the next time we have off. In the next day off for the market's closed. That's when I like to do these. to get some nice back training in. So thank you guys all for coming out. If you guys haven't donated and you're able to, check out that link I sent out. Throw some hashtags in the Slack if you want to. And that's it for me. You guys all rock. Awesome work today. Proud of everyone here. Thanks again. See ya.